From the Kiss 92.5 studios in Toronto, Canada.
Ladies and gentlemen,
This is Roz and Mocha.
it's Roz and Mocha. What's going on?
Hey guys, this is Bruno
This
Mars.
is Selena Gomez.
Chainsmokers.
Lady Gaga.
Calvin Harris.
Celestia Cara.
This is Ed Sheeran.
You're listening to my boys Roz and Mocha.
Roz and Mocha.
My boys Roz and Mocha.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
Mocha. You guys are so funny, man.
Congratulations, Lisa! Wow!
You just won $1,000.
It's amazing. Y'all just made my entire morning. Keep it up.
You guys are awesome, man. This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I was so pissed at myself. I let International Kissing Day slip earlier this week. Didn't get to celebrate it properly. I always like the one stat that they release when they do these polls every year when it comes to kissing, which is...
Wait, you're upset that you missed it because...
I like to celebrate International Kissing Day on International Kissing
because,
Day.
you didn't, kiss even more at home with Catherine?
Oh, no. Maybe I should have. I don't even know. Maybe,
you guys kiss every day?
Yeah,
We kiss at home every day.
Yeah. Multiple times a day.
Yeah, same.
I get yelled at too if I walk in the house and I'm not paying attention and she stands in the kitchen with her arms open like this, and if I just stroll by, I get like the
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Of course, I would too.
Yeah.
Can't relate.
Jeez, Shem. Okay.
Why do you do this to yourself?
I knew.
Shem?
Listen,
Man,
I get ahead of this, okay? I know what's coming. I've
Don't
been on
worry,
the
I
show
got a
long
lot of
enough.
material here, Shem.
Yeah, I know.
You just sit tight. I'm kidding. But no, this is the stat that always is the most interesting, which is when they get to the question of, do you consider yourself to be a good kisser? Now, the people who considered themselves to be a horrible kisser is only 2% of us consider ourselves to be a horrible kisser, right? How do you know you're a horrible kisser? I guess the only way you would know is if somebody told you were a horrible kisser.
Yeah, you'd have to be told.
I don't think that you yourself would think that what you're doing is horrible, because I think that you may have instinctively just changed the way you do something, right?
Totally. Completely.
But when they ask people whether they feel that you are a good, great, or even amazing kisser, 74% of people consider themselves to be amazing kissers. 74%.
I think that's a pretty high number.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Right? But it's, I guess maybe though it's subjective though, is it not, on what some people consider to be a good kiss
based
compared
on
to
how
other
many
people
that you've kissed, and then the compliment maybe that you've received back? You have the stats to back it up?
Yeah, but I also think that people who don't receive any sort of feedback may consider themselves to be a good kisser just because the kiss happened, right? I don't know.
Oh, and they probably just take that as a W.
As an adult, I don't know. When you're younger and you're sort of going through those first kisses, you do a lot of talking about kissing.
Yeah.
But as an adult, you tend to not do a whole lot of talking about analyzing the kiss, whether it was a good kiss or not.
No.
I would never see you kiss Jenna, right? And then you come over to me and she goes to the washroom if we're out for dinner, and I would never look at you like you would if you were 12 and go, "Is she a good kisser?" You know what I mean? Right? Because when you're 13, those are the conversations you have with people.
Or you wouldn't high five me and be like, "Yo, great kiss, bro."
Right. When I was in junior high, right? I knew all my dude friends. I knew whether their girlfriends were good kissers or not because we talked about that.
Yeah.
As an adult, I don't know if my friends' wives are good kissers or not because we don't talk about
But
that.
do you want to know that?
I
about their
really
wives?
don't. No,
Super
I really
weird
don't.
and highly inappropriate.
Maybe I'll start asking. Maybe I'm going to start asking my friends if their wives. Deepa, is your husband a good kisser?
Yes.
He is. What makes a good kiss?
I don't know. It's just nice.
Um,
I love him, so it's nice.
Would your husband Talal say that you're a good kisser?
I think so, but it's kind of like what Roz is saying. It's not something that you discuss, and it's never come up in conversation.
happens.
Hey, yeah, it just happens, right?
Yeah.
So,
but do you have a lot? You don't have a lot to compare it to, though, either.
no.
No. Okay. And I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that maybe it's unfair to ask you whether it's a good.
That's fair.
So here, okay,
Yeah.
let me say, because let me go through some of the things where people say why a kiss is terrible. Obviously, if teeth are knocking, right? Some people say too much tongue. Some people say not enough tongue. And then the number one thing on the list, which I highly disagree with, which is I quite enjoy kissing with my eyes open.
Oh my God,
Right?
Roz,
Psychopath.
no.
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 Eyes open and blinking, or are you forcefully not blinking?
Forcefully not blinking.
Yeah,
no,
why?
No,
because
that's weird.
when your eyes, your eyes naturally blink,
Yeah,
right? But
yeah.
if you know that, are you staring?
You don't like
with
making
your
eye
eyes.
contact when you kiss?
No.
You don't,
I think it's
huh?
weird.
You do.
And I also, for me, it throws the vibe off.
Yeah. What's that, Shem?
You do it before you kiss. So like when you go to like grab, well, for me, I'll grab the back of the head.
Yeah.
And I'll lean in, and then as you're leaning in, you start to close your eyes a little bit, and then you kiss. If you just are like
You don't
full on, hey, here we go, and then you start kissing, that's serial killer
But
stuff.
no,
man.
but no, not if you're both looking at each other, though. To me, that's hot. Like when you're making full eye contact
Catherine
and you
does
don't
it
break
too?
eye contact. Yeah, sometimes we'll keep our eyes open when we kiss. Yeah,
Really?
most times instinctively you close them, but if things are happening,
No, I'd have to start
we'll do
all over
eyes
again.
Open.
If Jenna and I both open our eyes at the same
Yeah,
time,
you
and
would
walk,
have to. Really?
I'd be like,
Start over.
no, I would take a break. I'd leave. I'd be like,
Really?
be back at 5.
Really? Now, Damnit Maurie with a brand new beard. How has that affected kissing at home? What's that say again?
Oh, hold on. Oh shoot, hold on.
Yeah. Okay.
I
Maury's
lost that,
Maury's got a brand new beard, and Matthew enjoys he has like a little stubble, and that's been like an over COVID kind of thing, right? Can you get him or no? Hold on. There we go.
The beard looks nice, by the way.
Oh,
it really does.
look at that!
It does. I like it.
You
I
do,
do
huh?
like
Are you
it,
normally
yeah.
Are you normally into beards though? Like, would Thalal, if Thalal decided to grow a beard, you're no on that, right?
He does have a beard.
He does.
It depends on the face, but I'm surprised because when I saw Maury, I was like, it actually suits him quite well, and I think that's
Interesting.
probably
This Interesting.
This is the answer I've been waiting for.
Right.
No one
I've been
else
getting a
told you
lot of
this?
compliments, tons of compliments, but it was Deepa's that I was waiting for the most.
And not your husband?
And not your husband? That's weird. Okay. So when it comes to so is Matthew into the beard with kissing though?
He really is.
He is? Are you
He
finding
really
that are you
likes it.
kissing?
He said that it feels like he's kissing a true man.
Wow. Oh my god.
First of all, I
True
would.
man?
Wait, when
I
he said
would-
it, hold on. When he said it, it sounded really sexy. But when I said it, it sounded like a diss.
I would sleep.
Yeah.
I would sleep if Catherine ever said to me, "It finally feels like I'm kissing a true man." Right? I would sleep in the car that night, man. Like
No,
I
you'd have
wouldn't
to
be.
move. You'd
I
have to
wouldn't.
leave.
I wouldn't be able to like go
That's the end of your
back into the
relationship.
house.
Hold on. Can I try and say it like how Matthew said it?
Yeah, do please help
Okay.
us, please.
Okay.
Ew.
Now
don't
I'm
I don't need the lip sounds.
Okay. He said
Yeah.
it like, oh, it feels like I'm kissing a real man.
He didn't say a new man. He said a real man.
Yeah, now that I hear that back, it sounded nice in the moment.
And how
but
long you been together before?
15 years.
15 years. Has he ever called you a real man before?
Nope.
No, huh?
No, but hey, now I'm a real man.
Yeah. Jeez.
Good for you.
Boom, roasted.
Exactly.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I realized something just now when we were talking about kissing.
What's that?
Shem's very slick, you know.
Yeah, why would he do?
Shem's very slick, everybody.
Okay.
Oh, Lord.
Oh,
And I
Lord.
caught on to what it was.
Do.
You did, Shem.
Oh, man.
Because we're talking about kissing and kissing techniques, right?
Yeah.
National Kissing Day and stuff.
Yeah.
And then Shem went on to talk about a technique.
Yeah.
But the way he described it, I feel was a way to entice the DMs to start blowing up.
No.
Come on, Shem.
No.
Right? Like, I see Shem looking at his phone feverishly
Bro,
right now.
can I just tell you, Shem's one of those guys, like out of work guys who just the resume is always there, right? So we talk about anything, right? Where Shem sees an opportunity for employment. We're like, hey, let's talk about kissing, and Shem's like this with the resume, right? Just slams it on the desk, right? I'm ready.
He
Check my
literally
references.
Just put chapstick on.
Yeah, I know.
Like literally
Yeah,
just put
I know.
chapstick on.
I know.
Guys, it's called staying ready, okay?
Yeah, always ready.
It, man.
Always ready. Prepared. Always
What were there?
ready.
Can you go through those stats again real quick?
Yeah, no.
We have
It's
somebody
just,
on hold that
I'm
wants to talk about it.
always fascinated when they ask people whether they feel they themselves are a good, great, amazing, whatever kisser, because that number is always extremely high. And this time around, it was 74% of people feel that they themselves are an amazing kisser. And to me, that number, it seems high, but then we discuss, like, maybe we just don't know. Like, maybe you don't know in adulthood, because when you're younger, you will get that feedback from people, or you'll hear through gossip whether somebody thinks you're a good or bad kisser.
Yeah.
But as an adult, we generally don't know. And, like, I would never go to ask you if your wife was a good kisser, like I would if we were 13. I would really need to know if Jenna was a good kisser if we were 13.
I used
Like,
to have
is,
some
by
good
the way.
technique.
what's that?
I used to have some good technique of biting their tongue.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
That
like a
sounds
cat.
Incredible.
That's what cats do when their owners die of a heart attack, right? That's when a cat crawls up on your chest and starts eating your tongue. Right?
Finally. Courtney, what do you want to say?
I said that women, I think, tend to complain when they keep being kissed by someone who's a bad kisser. Like, he ate my face or he drooled all over me. There's too much teeth. So if you're not complained about, then you can feel like you're a good kisser.
Yeah, true.
That is true.
And I think that maybe in general, women might complain about a kiss just in general more than a man would. I think that a guy, just as long as you're kissing, he's cool, right?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, we don't run out and say, oh, my God, there's the best kisser, but we will go to a girlfriend and talk about how gross the kisser was if he was a bad kisser.
I also think that maybe guys would tend to be a little bit more on the aggressive side over women. When it comes, like, I think that if one party in that sort of in that kiss is going to be aggressive, I think most likely, I don't know, but I think most likely
I
it
used to
would
be that guy.
You used to be aggressive.
Uh-huh.
What do you mean when you say aggressive? Like what, you would go in hard?
A little bit too hard. Yeah. Because you mentioned about like the clashing of the teeth.
Yeah.
I was that guy at one point. Yeah.
Really?
Like very early on,
You
like when
ate
I was
her face.
learning, right?
Yeah.
Learning how to French kiss and stuff like that.
Because your mouth was too open.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And you didn't know the head. The angles are all wrong.
Got to still figure all that
You're
out.
trying to go left. She goes right, and then
it's
the next thing
super
you know, your
awkward.
noses are in the way, and all
super
that. Yeah, all
awkward.
that stuff.
Yeah, guaranteed she talked about me to her girls.
Yeah,
Right?
Are you with a guy right now?
Me? No, I'm driving to work right. Well,
No,
I'm married.
You're
Sorry,
married.
I'm married.
Is your husband a good kisser?
He is a good kisser, yeah.
Now, did you turn him into a good kisser?
No, I think he always was a good kisser.
Oh, interesting. Good. A man with
Yeah,
history. I like
enjoyed
that.
those kisses, so.
I like that. I
Love
like
you
that.
lots, Courtney. Thanks so much for listening.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Podcast.
We were just having a conversation in here, and it's a whole like new world to me when I like just the rules for social media.
What do you mean?
Well, because Shem, single guy, we've talked about this many times on the show. And honestly, I can't talk about it enough. I'm happy to throw it out there. But when you are single and you're sort of playing that game, just the optics and politics of when you like somebody's photo, and we were just talking to Shem where he's like, I can't throw a like on that photo until there's at least like 20 or 30 or 40 people up there because I don't want it to seem like. What did you say? Like, you don't want it to seem like you're
eager or you've got like their post notifications on because that's just
right,
creepy,
right,
Real
yeah,
creepy and invasive. So
right.
I wait till like there's like 20 or so.
So then that means though that you have to go back to that account, to that person's account, right?
I remember what I need to remember, Mocha.
It's priorities. Yeah, it's called priorities, man. Right? What other rules? What other rules are there? And I don't. And again, and you can feel free to text too. Like that's one of Shem's rules is like never be one of the first 30 people to like somebody's photo, right? But what are the other sort of rules?
Make sure your husband isn't following the same person.
there's that. That's a good rule. Good rule.
Right?
Good rule. Good
But
rule.
what happens if you and Damnit Matthew are following the same person that you're both attracted to, or maybe that you're attracted to that he's not?
Then you click you save the photo if you want to like it and click it the next day so it's no longer in his timeline.
But it'll still. But if he goes on that guy's profile, right, to check, and he's going through,
he
your
scrolls.
name will be the first one that pops up if you like
If he goes back, sure. But if he's just scrolling, and he hasn't liked Anthony from Queer Eye's photo yet, then you just save it and go
Right.
click it the next day.
I think Anthony from Queer Eye may be okay though, because he's like if he's famous and stuff like that. Like
or
you
Nick
can,
Bateman, yeah.
Who's that?
Oh, Nick Bateman is one of the most famous male models.
Oh, sorry.
Saying to you like you're an idiot.
Yeah, I know. I'm so sorry. What other rules are there though? Like, will you how if somebody follows you, Shem?
Yep.
How long until you DM them?
Oh, well, listen, I actually never will DM first.
Okay, that's a rule. There we go. You never DM first.
Yeah, like if somebody follows me, a lot of the times they'll be like, "Oh, hey, great big fan of the show. Love Roz and Mocha. Love Maurie. Love Deep and all that stuff." And I'll be like, "Oh, thanks for listening. Really appreciate it." And then then the lines of communication are now open. But I will never DM first.
How long until you go from DM to text?
To text.
Wow.
Text in the DM?
Do you do you even make that jump? Do you even ask for a number,
Yeah.
or you just keep everything in the DMs?
No, you keep that stuff in the DMs, man.
Yeah.
You don't just go asking for phone numbers? No.
Yeah.
no,
Wow.
no.
God, that's such a weird
crazy.
thing, man.
Why
That
is
was
that
that was the
text?
most common question years ago. Was what's your phone number?
Yeah.
Text rolling in.
Yeah.
You wait 3 days or so to like the post.
3
So
days?
so they can see that you're looking at their profile.
Wow. 3 days.
Let's see
That makes
here.
sense because then if they're checking who likes their pictures, yours won't be clumped with a bunch of others.
I guess.
Hey, Shem, what happens if the person doesn't have many followers or many people that like that photo?
Oh, good question.
Followed up by, I've been looking at yours all the time.
Is there a
Okay. Yeah, like if somebody hits you up that only has, say, like 100 followers, and each picture gets like maybe, a dozen likes or so, are you jumping in there or no? You just taking a pass?
I am not one to follower shame, right? Like you don't have to have thousands and thousands of people that follow you.
Yeah.
I'll jump. You know what? In some sense, it then makes you, I think, a little bit more of a meaningful follow to them. So I think it means a little something more, right?
It means more.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? Okay.
At Shem, by the way.
Yeah.
SHEM. Another text says, don't like the picture too fast all the time. Like, don't like any of the pictures too fast all of the time.
Yeah.
And even more important, don't like all of them.
Now, do you check DMs all the time constantly, or do you set time in the day aside to sort of go through and then check all the DMs?
So I do my DMs like I do my email. If you ever look at my email, I've got like 3 in my inbox. So I'm constantly
I've never seen your email. I'm sure Maury has, but I've never seen your email.
I'm always checking just because I don't like notifications on my phone. So I'm always checking. Yeah.
Right. Interesting.
And what if they're a private account?
What do you mean? Like what?
Like if they DM you, you're not following, but you can't see what they look like first.
Yeah. Do you follow? Do you ever follow to see what's up? Because this is another thing. Do you ever follow to see what somebody looks like and then unfollow?
No,
That's
you
a
would
yes.
just put them on
That's
mute.
a yes. That's a yes.
You could follow and just put them on mute, Shem.
Oh, you know
I know
so
Maury's
much.
all the
Yeah,
tricks.
what is Maury doing all the time?
Maury.
Hey,
But-
I'm just trying to help the guy.
But if you're going to do that, Shem, you have to use the phone that you keep in the winter boot in the closet so your husband doesn't find out.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
We all good?
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, good, man. I'm exhausted today.
I know. Yesterday was your very final day over at ET Canada. Congratulations,
Yeah.
by the way.
Thank you.
17-year illustrious career.
What an exhausting day.
Our family over there at ET Canada did a hell of a job with the live show yesterday. Jen and I were watching at home. We were watching on the YouTube channel.
Oh, you did? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. We read your comment.
Commented on Facebook as well.
So funny.
It was great though. Like the stuff that they had planned for you was phenomenal.
I didn't know Catherine was going to be there either.
Oh, you didn't?
No. I didn't.
nice.
I had no idea. But the crazy
Did you talk
thing.
before? Like, hey, babe, what are you doing today?
No. I knew that they had invited her up because there was a party afterwards. So I knew that they had invited her up, but it was also Roxy's graduation day yesterday from school. Like it was her sort of last awards show thing, whatever.
yeah.
And so I thought she was just going to go to that, but she managed to sort of go to both. But it was wild because it was the live show. And so normally there's 2 hosts on the live show, right? So it's either me and Cheryl, me and Carlos, me and Morgan, me and Keisha, me and Sangeeta.
Yeah.
Right. But they asked me how I wanted to do it. And I said, well, I would like to do my last show with everybody. If you could, I know that's a logistical nightmare, but I would like to do the last show with everybody. And so they made that happen. But what I wanted to do was we played like a bunch of cool clips and all this stuff from me over the years. But then I knew that they were going to say something about me, and I knew that I wanted to say something about each of them. But the way that it worked out was at the moment where I got to say something to each of them, because I respect and really do, love working with all those guys. As soon as I said something, it was time to let them go to bring somebody else in. So every single time we had to rotate through another host, I left them in tears, right?
Yeah.
So I made poor Keisha Shante, I busted her up, and then she's like crying. And we're like, all right, Keisha, see you later.
Yeah.
Now let's bring in somebody else. So every time.
Her screen just goes black.
My God, it was
No,
so
but it was so
like-
funny because we were watching, and when they invited Catherine up to the desk, and it's you, and then Catherine, and then Cheryl, right? And then Catherine just finishes saying all this wonderful thing, these wonderful things about you, and then you're like, I love you and this, and you're like, okay, well, now you gotta go.
You gotta go.
And then they do like a wide shot, and you see Catherine get up and walk away, and then you have to invite somebody else, and then the next person says something really wonderful, you say something wonderful back, and then you kick them out. And Jenna was like, couldn't they get like that stage is pretty big, right?
Yeah.
Couldn't they get them a bigger table for everyone to join?
I mean, could you? Yes.
Yes, it's the answer.
It's no, it's not. It's not. It's actually that's way more of a nightmare because normally this stuff is very normal in television.
Yeah.
When you have commercial breaks, right? But
there's no commercial
breaks.
So
So
you've done it like Big Brother, where they're all sitting in chairs off to the side.
no, because I kind of wanted everybody there because I wanted like
No, I
wanted
mean on the set, like they're all sitting in chairs, like bleachers.
no because you have to be able to shoot that.
Yeah.
Right?
It
Like
wa-
we only
I
have
will
three. We
say,
only
though-
have 3 cameras, and already Morgan was off to the other side, so that's 1 camera, right? Me and Cheryl are there. You need 2 cameras to shoot 2 people on 1 desk. That's
even-
it. That's all the cameras.
Couldn't go along with McQuaid and rent another camera. Huh?
Rent a camera. Do
Isn't
what?
the newsroom right next to you? You could borrow a camera from the
no,
newsroom.
it's not. It's like you have to plug a camera into like the giant matrix system.
It's 2022.
And over no,
I know
Maury,
enough
listen,
electricians
bro.
that could have come and put in another
An
plug for you.
electrician?
Yeah.
No.
You just said to
no.
plug in a camera.
Bro, no, it's not. It's not. Anyway, you jabronis. Okay, that's
Could
how
you
you
use a cell phone?
No.
It's
More-
Facebook.
Listen, you need Maury and I to plan out the
No.
next big production.
No.
I think
got
we
you
have to do this
covered.
all over again.
Oh Jesus Christ! No,
No,
there's
it
no
was
way
good.
I'm doing that
It was
all over
very
again.
funny. It was funny the way everything played out.
Yeah.
The comments that were coming in were incredible. The staff over there are incredible, and just everything that they did for you.
It
Well
was,
deserved.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So
Maury.
okay, so when they wrap, the cameras turn off.
Yeah.
Did you have to hand in your like pass card and stuff? Like what happens after when you're leaving? Do they escort you out?
No, there was a party.
I'm not trying to be funny. Like,
no,
I'm
no,
asking.
there was a party outside.
He wasn't fired.
Yeah,
No,
there
but
was.
when you leave a job, normally you
yeah,
have to hand your
it's
stuff in.
it's a valid thing because I didn't have. I was so busy this week that I have like a dressing room with 17 years worth of stuff in it. Right, I probably have $250,000 worth of clothes in that dressing room that I don't know what I'm going to do with. But so I'm going in like next week to clean that out, just because I
Gotcha.
couldn't do both. I couldn't do these sort of last weeks of shows, these last couple of days of shows, and concentrate on those, and also clean up and everything else. Right, like. It wasn't going to happen. So I do get to go in next week. But you're right, Maury. I had to write them and say, hey, are you guys going to burn my pass card or can you keep it alive for, at least until the end of next week? And they were like, honestly, like as soon as you go in the system, like it's just like the computer takes over. They're like, you will probably leave the building that day and your pass card is going to be burned.
Yeah.
So just call us ahead of time. Yeah, like it happens. It happens instantaneously. I will tell you this. There's like because I haven't paid for a cell phone in 20 years, right? Because they pay for it, and the company before that paid for it. I don't even know how much a cell phone costs, right? I have no idea. Good
thing we work for Rogers.
Yeah, no, I have no idea how much a cell phone costs.
What are you gonna do?
Right. So the last time I actually had to pay for dry cleaning because I just get they just okay.
Yeah. Listen to all these first world problems.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dry cleaning.
Okay, so-
I know a guy.
Okay, shut up, Maury. Okay,
Yeah,
so
it's called Maytag.
Yeah, you
Washing
shut your
machine.
mouth.
Do
You
it
sh-
at home,
you
bro.
Shut your mouth. Okay, so I used to get all my stuff dry cleaned years ago, like 20,
Yeah.
22, 23, 24 years ago, whatever, right? I had a dry cleaner at the bottom of my building, used to bring some stuff down, everything else, bring it back up. And dry cleaning cost, like, to do a shirt was like $3, to do a pair of pants was like $3.75, right? I had to take dry cleaning in because I needed something for next week. So I went to a dry cleaner, if you can believe that, for the first time in like 25 years.
Yeah.
And I brought in 1 shirt and 1 pair of pants.
Yeah.
And then I went to pick it up yesterday.
Yeah.
It was $21.
Yeah.
Is that right? Is that normal?
Sounds about right.
Where I
For
go,
one
it's
shirt
more.
and 1 pants?
Yes.
$21?
Yes.
Where I go,
You know
it's
they
more.
don't keep the prices from the 80s, bro.
Bro, that's too much.
I pay $12 for a pants.
But they're not cleaning them more than they used to. The tech hasn't changed. $21 for a shirt and a pair of pants at a dry cleaner?
but they're paying
inflation.
more for electricity to run the machine.
Oh my God. I got to start,
You could open a dry cleaner.
yeah, I got to get a sponsorship. That's what I got to do.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Pete Davidson is the new face of Manscaped, the men's grooming company. Here's the commercial that they did with Pete.
This is Pete Davidson from Manscaped. Surprise your girlfriend. Let's show them how hairless we could be, boys. Presentation matters. Don't make me get specific, because I will. Shave it, baby. I got a hot date. Meet the new face, among other parts, of Manscaped.
There you go.
Okay.
I looked it up.
And it's a little razor, right? But it's like it makes sure that it doesn't nick sensitive things.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is fantastic.
You have that, Shem.
Oh my! Listen, I swear upon Manscaped being black. We've got the sort of coarse curly hair.
Yeah.
Man, Manscaped is a life
So
saver.
I'm so glad you brought this up because I'm looking to upgrade, right? And I was looking at the Manscaped product, $119.
Yeah.
Right?
Worth
and is it? It's worth it. Because I was going to DM them and ask them some questions about it.
Yeah.
About like
Fantastic.
nicking and catching.
Nah, you good, bro.
Yeah?
You good. Trust me. And
I still use the kitchen scissors.
Yeah. The scissors? Why use the scissors? Why not just use a razor?
I find it a little bit more accurate with scissors.
Jesus, Maury. With those hands of yours, those little thumbs, I wouldn't trust myself with scissors down
Little
there.
everything.
Yeah. How big? Like
No, not everything.
like you use like regular kitchen scissors that you used to cut like what with?
The bags of milk, yeah.
Oh, man.
You can't go down there, Maury, with the scissors you used to cut open a bag of milk.
No,
it's not good.
The last device I had just recently died.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm looking to upgrade.
Yeah. The last device Maury had died years ago.
There's that nervous laugh. Maury's like, please move on to the next story. Please.
But they dropped the new trailer for season 2 of The Kardashians, and Pete Davidson is featured heavily in it.
Yeah.
There is one scene right at the very end where Pete's in the hallway talking to somebody, and then Kim comes out and asks if he wants to take a shower. And then what you'll hear is Pete he drops his cigarettes and his phone like on the floor and just like goes running after her.
We're back in case you missed us.
Oh my God. Life is good. I have a new boyfriend.
Babe? Yeah. Do you want to shower with me really quick? Shower with
I'm just having a really good time.
Ooh.
And they
Presumably they
just-
filmed all of this while filming the last season, and they just, I guess,
They just
used
split it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they just wrapped the last season like
Yes.
3-4 weeks ago, right?
Yeah. So anyway, I don't know. It's I guess a lot of people. The controversy now is that sources are saying that people within Pete's inner circle were telling him not to do the Kardashian, not to appear on the show, not to not date Kim, but not to appear on the show because it's terrible for men's careers to appear on that show. But apparently there's no truth to that, and everybody's cool, and Pete's cool, and he's just doing his thing, I guess, right?
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I think it was last week or a couple weeks ago. We posted on Instagram our conversation about your book, Roz, which drops on September 27th.
Yeah.
A little bit broken. You can pre-order at rozweston.com because the question was asked, if your book were to ever be turned into a movie,
Oh, yeah. Who would play us?
who would play us?
Right.
Shem, can you remember who? Because the one person we were like not struggling with, but we were trying to come up with different ideas for was Roz.
Yeah,
like
right.
who would be the right person to play Roz?
We said like Ethan Hawke, John Hamm, Brad Pitt, Jamie Dornan, Will Arnett as well.
I can't. You know, it's so interesting that you brought this up because a name hit me the other day, and I was like, "Damn it! I should have said that guy."
Don't say yet.
I won't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because we posted the video on Instagram at Kiss925.
Yeah.
And we started getting suggestions from fans of this show
Okay.
of who should play each of us.
Right.
on
Oh,
the
good.
show.
Good.
Right?
Yeah.
Let's see here. Billy Bob Thornton as Roz.
Shut up. Go to hell.
Oh. I can kind of see it, but
Russell Peters as Mocha. Sterling K. Brown as Shem.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Because because Shem is like
I know, they're twins,
right?
Yeah. That's a good one.
Michael Cera for Damnit Maurie.
I mean, sure.
Yeah.
And Diane Guerrero as Deepa.
Who's Diane Guerrero? What's she in?
who?
She's from Orange is the New Black.
Yeah, she's from Orange is the New Black. She voiced Isabella in Encanto. Hang on, I've pulled up some photos.
Oh, she
here.
does sort of look like Deepa a little bit.
Here,
yes.
this girl.
Yes,
Right?
yes. Very much looks like Deepa.
Yeah, you'd have to Google her, Deepa. But I think she kind of looks like you.
Yeah.
She.
what? She's way better looking than me. So thank you very much, whoever said that. I appreciate it. Wow.
More suggestions. Keanu Reeves as Roz.
No. Listen, I love Keanu Reeves, but
Did we say Jeff Bridges?
Jeff Bridges is like 90. He's got like
No way, man.
like Jeff Bridges is like He's born in like the 40s, man.
Man, that's not far off.
So Keanu Reeves is Ross. The Rock is Mocha.
Come on now.
Samuel L. Jackson is Shem.
Come on now. Like when do they think my book ends? Like way into the future? Like we're all 70-year-olds? It's going to be Jeff Bridges and Sam Jackson?
Priyanka Chopra for Deepa and Daniel Day-Lewis for Damnit Maurie.
Daniel Day-Lewis?
Yeah, come on.
That guy's like 80.
This, by the way, if the Ross Wesson memoir is to be turned into a movie, who would play us? Presuming that we're all in the book, right?
Sure. Well, I mean, you can presume a lot of things.
Someone said this movie better be called I Will Say This.
No, but there was one name that I thought of because somebody else said it to me after we had talked about that.
Okay.
And it was weird because they said that he and I looked similar at sort of this age. But what's crazy is that 20 years ago, 17 years ago, when I looked completely different, like when I had like different hair, everything else, people then said that I looked like the way he looked when we were both sort of that age. So it's like we both look similar like 20 years ago, and we both sort of have the same kind of look now, which is Timothy Oliphant.
Oh, yes.
Because when Timothy Oliphant was in The Girl Next Door, remember that movie?
I do, yeah.
We looked very similar at that time.
Oh, wow.
Very similar. And I used to get people all the time would tell me that I looked like Kelly. That was his character's name in The Girl Next Door.
Yeah.
And then when he was in, what Star Wars show was he just in not that long ago?
In
like Boba Fett?
Yeah,
Boba Fett. I got DMs, people telling me that I look like him in Book of Boba Fett.
I see more Jeff Bridges.
Shut up, Maury, with the Jeff Bridges.
I'm
going to find somebody. Let me get somebody real old to play Maury. Martin Short.
More. I have more. These are suggestions from fans of the Roz and Mocha Show.
Yeah.
So who would play us in the movie or in the movie version of your book?
Yes.
Presuming that we're in your book.
While you do that, I'm Googling old short actors
Okay,
to find
cool.
who we're gonna approach to play Maury.
Who is that guy? And somebody brought this up forever ago too. Oh man, he was in Princess Bride. And that
guy.
yes.
What's his name? The bald guy?
His name is
Who's that guy? When he was kept switching the drink?
Yes.
What's that guy's
What's his name? It is Wallace Shawn.
Yeah.
Oh, he's in the Goldbergs.
For Maury or for Roz?
For Maury. For Roz.
Here, these are more
I'm
suggestions.
just checking.
Jojo Bot says Jeffrey Dean Morgan for Roz.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Who's that?
Oh, wow. That's not a bad one. That's
from Walking Dead.
Oh, man, yeah. When he was in Walking Dead, when he started beating people up with the baseball bat, everybody told me I looked like that guy.
Yeah.
What's that guy from Bridgerton? How do you say his name?
Regé-Jean Page.
John Page as Mocha.
Excuse me.
Hello.
Jeez, apparently we're all making love to Mocha in my movie.
Hollywood, what's up? Somebody said Rick Hoffman for Damnit Maurie. Rick Hoffman played Louis Litt on Suits.
I never saw that.
Never saw it.
No.
No.
I would say that's it's very good.
What
That's a
about
very
Leslie
close one.
Jordan for Maury?
Oh, thank you. Yes,
definitely.
yes.
Right?
Yo, someone said Craig Robinson for Shem. What? Daryl from The Office.
Come on, that's a great casting. That's great. Listen, if Sterling K. Brown's not available, I'm going Craig Robertson.
And Craig Robinson could sing.
Yes, that's
Craig Robinson
right.
could sing. Someone said Mila Kunis for Deepa, which
Yeah.
I could see that as well.
Yeah.
Okay,
sure.
you're gonna hate this one. Okay.
Yeah.
Someone said Sam Elliott for Roz.
Oh. Sam Elliott? That guy's 150.
That might be
Accurate.
my favorite.
Have we said Mel Gibson?
First of all, I'm not getting to attaching Mel Gibson to any project
you
of mine.
can't.
You
No,
think I want that kind of heat?
We can't say that. Tommy Lee Jones for Roz.
Oh, shut up with this. Okay,
my
guys.
God.
Okay, my
Listen,
book,
let me finish. Tommy Lee Jones for Roz. Idris Elba for Mocha. Hey.
Excuse me?
Yeah,
What?
and,
Yeah, thank you,
and the
Cheryl.
name that Damnit Maurie was been thrown around forever for this role, Timothy Chalamet to play Damnit Maurie.
Thank
Timothy
you.
Chalamet
Wow,
for
finally.
Maury.
Okay, Hugh Jackman for Roz.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
I can see that, actually.
maybe Timothy Chalamet after like a long illness, and who then gets
Oh,
bloated because
my
of they need to pump him full of
God.
steroids to kill whatever's inside him.
Shock on Deepest.
Oh my God.
I can't wait for this part to be in the movie and to hear Sam Elliott say that as you, Roz.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, Maury's got a beard.
Yes.
Your beard line's a little off, though, bro.
I got it professionally done. I joined a men's grooming club.
Yeah, he did a terrible job.
What?
Well, no, it's growing back.
No.
Joined a men's grooming club?
You're looking at me on a screen.
Under your chin. No, because he did your jawline, not your beard line. He went way too high. Way too high.
Well, I mean, it's hair. It'll grow back. We can correct it.
Yeah. Who runs this?
It's called Nero.
Nero. Are they Italian?
Well, I think the guy's French.
Why ask him, bro?
It comes with a free coffee.
Yeah, I know. But are they Italian?
The guy that runs it is.
Yeah, okay. I can tell.
Oh, wow.
I can tell by the way he trimmed your beard.
What made you want to grow a beard?
I've always wanted to grow a beard. I just can't get past the itchiness and the tingliness around the lips.
Okay, and how is it now with the itchiness and the tickliness around the lips?
It's fantastic. I don't feel a thing.
No?
No, it's I love it.
And what does Matthew think of it? Because a beard's a big thing in a relationship.
He thinks it's sexy, and I've been getting a few DMs from ladies saying that I look really good.
A few. How many?
Three.
That's a few. That is a few. That's a few.
Normally I say
all right?
one.
Okay.
Normally I say one.
I know. No, normally you say tons.
Yeah.
And then we're like, how much is tons? 2. So Matthew's okay with the beard, though?
He finds it. He loves a man with a beard.
And what about kissing? Is that a problem or no? Because sometimes that's where trouble comes into paradise.
I'll let you know.
Oh, right.
Oh, damn.
So, I'm sorry, man.
And it's been how long that you've been growing the beard?
Oh, 3 weeks.
3 weeks. Oh, yeah.
No kissy, huh? Damn.
It's COVID.
Does
It's your husband. I kissed Catherine with COVID. But it's good though. No gray in that beard at all.
That was my biggest fear.
Yeah, was it really?
That's my
your
biggest
fear.
fear.
That's you have a charmed life, man. If that's your biggest fear.
Like I can't wait for grays in the top of my head, but I
Yeah.
don't want grays in the bottom of my head.
Right. Okay. So turn and face your camera right now. Let me see on Teams here. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Nice and tight.
Shem said it looked good.
Yeah. No.
Yeah,
Wait, keep looking.
Yeah. Keep looking. You don't look. Yeah. No. It's good. Now lift your head all the way up. Let me see the bottom. See, too high. Too high.
No,
But
I think
again,
that's fine.
No,
I've
it's
seen
not.
guys have their beards
Just for the
trimmed
record,
that way.
I studied a picture of Mocha before I went to get a shave.
Okay, I'm going to tell you. Okay, when you're growing a beard, right? Here's the thing, gentlemen. Okay, there's 2 things. Okay, there's your jawline and your beard line. Okay, your jawline is not your beard line. Okay, where you determine when to stop shaving is find your Adam's apple.
You put 2 fingers
Right?
there, right? I
And
read
then
that at Maxim. or
You
GQ.
put your middle finger right on your Adam's apple.
In the middle, the top, or the bottom?
Right on. What do you mean right on? Like how?
He didn't say right on the bottom or right on the top. He said right on.
I didn't say right around. I literally said put your middle finger right on your Adam's apple.
Okay.
Okay. Take your index finger and stack it on top of your middle finger.
Okay.
Stack it. Put it right against your throat like this, Maury, flat against your throat.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
Okay. See that? See where your top finger stops right here?
Yeah.
That's where your beard goes to.
But he cut it around the bone of the mouth.
I know. Again, that's called your jawline, first of all, the bone of the mouth. Tingly around the lips. Okay, that's your jawline. Your jawline is not your beard line.
Oh, no. It gets too itchy down there.
Okay, here we go.
Always.
Here we
You're
go.
like the itchiest person I know.
Yeah,
right?
I know.
Like
I
every
dries
single
out and
time.
gets
You're always
flaky.
itchy.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. We get to just talking about skincare, talking about beard, hair, like anything. And you're always complaining about being itchy.
Yeah.
But when they shave, no itch.
Yeah, you're always. Is Matthew growing a beard too or no?
No, he just has stubble.
Oh, you like
But his
stubble,
is all
though.
patchy.
Oh, that's good though. I like that look. I don't
Yeah,
mind
Wait,
that.
has
I don't
Matthew
mind
ever
that
tried to
look.
grow a full beard? Does he want one or no?
No, he doesn't want one.
Oh,
No.
But he's very attracted to men with beards. Don't let that get to your head.
he's very attractive. Okay.
Man, if I knew, like, and this is your first time with a beard, if I knew, like, if I had a gay husband, right, and I knew he was attracted with the guys with beards and was always just looking at guys with beards, I would grow a beard the next day.
Yeah.
I've been
immediately.
trying for years.
The next day I would grow a beard.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you got to be kidding me, man.
Okay, well, now I'm attractive to him.
Yeah. No, it looks good. It looks good. It's a good color, nice and red.
Well, I'm hoping it turns brown.
You know what? We're done.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hello?
Yo, it's Roz and Mocha.
Oh my God, for real?
Yeah, what's going on, dude?
I'm doing all right. I'm actually driving right now. I'm gonna pull over so you guys can hear me properly.
In the meantime, what's your name?
Matthew.
Okay, Matthew. While you pull over, let me read to you what Matthew sent in to us through text. Okay, Roz?
Sure.
Hey, what's up? Love the show. I used to listen to you guys back in 2009 while I would get ready for school. Unfortunately, at some point in my life, I slowly stopped listening, but not for any particular reason. Last year, though, I got my trucking license and started to slowly listen back to the show while I was at work. I would always hear you guys talking about your podcast. Currently, I'm on episode 47. Trust me, I know I have a long way to go. I love the podcast and look forward to the day when I'm all caught up with the episodes. So, Matthew, first of all, welcome back to the Roz and Mocha Show.
Thank you, guys.
And you're driving. What's your commute like every single day?
So I drive for UPS, and so basically every day I go to Hanover and Owen Sound, right? So right now I'm actually driving back to the hub. I was just listening to the podcast, and it's so funny because I was just listening to something interesting, and then I seen that a call was coming. I was like, I thought it was my wife. I was like, oh crap, my wife's calling. But yeah, so yeah. It's just and for the longest time, I wanted to either call you guys or text you guys, but I was like, Matthew, there's millions of people in Toronto and in Canada. Your chances of probably getting on are so slim.
So what have you learned from the podcast? Because you listen when you were young. You would have been young in 2009, 2010, right?
Yeah. I was in high school. I was just starting high school. I used to have a stereo in my room.
Yeah, we all did, bro.
Yeah. I used to wake up really early and get ready for school, and then I'd listen, and you guys definitely helped me to wake up, but yeah.
Wow. And your life has changed so much. So you went through high school. Did you do any post-secondary education at all?
No. I actually didn't. I was just, I actually was working at UPS for the longest time. Yeah. After high school, I started back in 2013.
Yeah.
And then I've been there for ever. It's just that I just recently got into the trucking department of the job. So
how long have you been married for?
I've been married it's been 5 years now.
Wow, God, it's incredible to me that we had kids starting high school started listening to us, and now you're married 5 years.
Yeah, working for
That's
UPS.
so crazy.
Driving every single day.
You have no idea. That blows my mind. Every single time we talk to somebody where they're like, I listened to you when I was starting high school, and now you're married.
It's so funny because every episode that goes by, you guys always mention that too, that there's always somebody calling saying I was listening from when I was one episode, some girl was listening from I think the third grade, and then she was just graduating school, so I was just there. I was like, wow,
dude, it's crazy. It's crazy. What is it, Maurie?
Yeah.
UPS drivers in those brown outfits, some of them look really, really good. How
Yeah,
do you look in the brown outfit?
did you know ahead of time that you looked good in brown?
Yeah, I think I did. I'm actually, it's kind of my complexion too. I'm black, right? So it kind of matches my complexion.
I will say this: black guys look better in the UPS suit than white guys do. I've noticed.
Yeah, you know why?
Yeah.
I think I could be wrong.
Yeah.
But I think white people in the UPS outfits.
Yeah.
You look even more white.
You do. Yes.
Right?
Yeah. But I think it might also be the shorts, though, right? I don't know what it is. When you put a white guy in a shirt with a collar and shorts, you're like,
Typical.
right? You know what I mean? It's just not you don't associate that you've never looked awesome, right?
Yeah.
No white guy in shorts with a collared shirt has ever looked awesome, right?
Especially when that shirt's tucked in, too.
Yeah, tucked in.
With a black belt.
Yeah, socks pulled up too high.
Yeah.
I feel like white guys just haven't mastered the UPS outfit yet. Black guys right away got it. They're sure, done. Look at this, right?
They're even they're like, do you want the shorts? And I'm like, yeah, no.
Oh, yeah. See, you gotta have the shorts. You're not UPS unless you're wearing the shorts,
yeah, you
man.
gotta rock the shorts, Matthew. Come on, dog.
You gotta wear the shorts.
If you're gonna do the job, do the job.
Those shirts, I value my style a little bit, even though I have to wear the same thing every single day. Those shirts.
Like if me and Shem had to model, like if we just made a wrong decision and wound up as UPS models, right? You know what I mean? Like I would walk out of the dressing room completely self-conscious about 90% of the things exposed.
Oh my God, guys!
Right? Shem, you would walk out like a stud, right? Strut.
Guys, hey, Matthew, can you put us in touch with the UPS store?
I'm not going to be a UPS model.
Come on.
No.
Come on, guys. Put us in touch with the store.
Bro,
Let's get a couple of uniforms.
I'm not even joking. I would wear the box before I wore those shorts in here around you guys. Okay, no joke.
Yo, Matthew, welcome back to the Roz and Mocha Show. We are so glad that we're able to reconnect again, even if it is through our podcast. Enjoy the podcast. You're at episode 47 right now. We're like 400 plus, so you have a lot of listening to do, man.
I have so much listening to do, but I love it. Like, the show is awesome. Like, you guys are awesome. Like, you guys just keep doing what you guys are doing, man. Like, you guys are awesome.
Oh, thank you, brother. Before we let you go, between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
Something so funny. I always used to think, oh, okay, well, how would I answer if they asked me this? But I gotta say Mocha because I moved to Vaughan, so Mocha's like my little Vaughan buddy.
Hey,
I love you, though, Roz. I love you.
Yeah, sounds like it.
It's just you look super awkward in a UPS outfit. Thank you, Matthew. Love you, bro.
All right, man. You guys take care.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Can we get some help here? Because I need somebody to tell me how to turn off this stupid Instagram notes feature that just showed up on my phone.
What's Instagram notes?
It's basically status updates, like old school status updates. Yep. So if you go to your inbox
on Instagram. Oh my God. Okay.
Somebody help Maury, please.
Oh, wow, that's new. I see it at the top.
Yeah, it started popping up on accounts this week.
Yeah, so Instagram Notes, let me just read you this. Instagram Notes will let users post disappearing short content like important notes or advisories on their profile, which they wish to share with only a few people. Notes can be shared with a list of your close friends or followers people who also follow you. So when you go to your inbox, now there's a full banner scroll at the top.
I love it.
Which has notes. When it's just like status updates. It's like back on Facebook back in the day where it would be like Mocha is, and then you'd be like, at work. And people be like, cool, man, you're at work.
Well, boy, Four Corners, DJ for the Toronto Raptors, posted this because I'm scrolling through.
Yeah.
This is like when that U2 album popped up on my phone.
Yeah, exactly. So last night I sent a message to somebody on Instagram, like about it was something that had to do with the book, right? Something that I'm working on, like something real cool. And I had sent this thing off to the person. And then I went back to my inbox and notes popped up at that moment. And the note that I saw from somebody who's just a friend of mine, all their note read was, "Thanks, I hate it." Right? And I didn't know what notes was.
Because you were confused.
I didn't know what notes was. And
you didn't know if that was directed at you.
I thought I just sent that to everybody.
Oh.
The thing that I sent. Right? And these were the responses from people coming in now.
Oh, no.
Because the other ones were like... super confused about what notes were, but everybody's thing. Oh, here's another one that popped up in my thing immediately after I sent it. So I sent that thing to somebody, right? And I was like super proud of it. I'm like, I got this real like special thing that I'm working on, everything else. I sent it, and then a note popped up from somebody, a friend of mine, and it was, "Thanks, I hate it." And then another one popped up immediately right after that went, "Why?"
And here you are taking it personal.
Yes.
This is really
I'm taking it super personally. Anyway, it's so dumb.
My friend
I don't know
Ronnie Ray
why.
wrote, "I love pizza."
Yeah, and we're back to this. Maybe it is. Maybe it's fine though. Maybe it's okay to go back to status updates.
I think it's fine.
Like bring us back a little bit.
Everyone remember like one of the hottest things when you had BBM, right? When everyone was on BlackBerry, you used to be able to put your status update there.
And MSN Messenger used to like troll people, or not troll people. What's the word? I used to post status updates where I was poking at people, like subliminal, setting subs.
Oh yeah.
Right. I never used MSN Messenger. I never got into that. But this is notes is just, maybe it's fine. I just wish it wasn't in my inbox. right? I like my inbox the way it is.
It's clean.
It's clean. I don't want somebody coming in and mucking around on my end. There's too much going on in there anyway. With all the different folders and
so
like
easy to ignore, though,
the message
guys.
requests and no, it's not easy to ignore. It's not.
Look
It's
at me.
right. It's right at the top.
I know, but look how easy it was for me just to turn away and ignore.
No, but you'll go on it. You just watch. You will. I bet by the end of the day, there's going to be a note from Mocha at the top of my feed. I bet you. I bet
End
you.
of the
there's gonna
day.
be.
Hold on, give me a sec.
Oh, you're going to do it now? What are you going to write? What's your first note going to be? Oh, here we go. Maureen, what's your first note going to be?
Oh my God, the pressure.
Yeah, make it good. What's your first note going to be on Instagram? If you haven't seen it yet, Instagram put notes in, which is if you go to your inbox, people can now post status updates like old school, like on BBM and on when Facebook first started.
There.
What's your first note?
Why don't you go look?
I don't know. Is it going to pop up?
Should.
I don't know how do I get it to, how do I get it to refresh? Just read me what it was, man.
No.
Ah, for God's sake.
This is so funny. Come on, man.
I'm looking for it. Oh, there we go. Oh, shut up. Love the notes feature. Shut up. You're the worst.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Man, so many comments.
On what?
So many different comments. I saw this video pop up yesterday on a ton of different accounts. You guys watch that video of the dad tossing his kid into the pool and the kid was like fully clothed?
Oh, man.
He grabbed the kid by the leg, like the left leg, and like a baby.
No.
Right? Like maybe a year old, tossing him in, right? Here, I'll show you the video.
Yeah.
So watch this.
Is it, wait, but before you do this, is it
What?
funny or is it not funny?
No. Here's what I'm going to explain.
Oh, okay.
It's not supposed to be funny.
Because if I laugh and then you're like, people are gross for laughing at this, then you put me in an awkward position.
People are freaking out for like two different reasons.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
When watching the video. So
Okay,
here's a
hold
video.
on. Put it-
Is that standing
let
at
me
the edge
see.
of the pool?
Yeah.
Right? Tosses the kid.
Yeah.
Like he's tossing a steak on a barbecue.
And then
right?
the kid swims, right?
And the kid flips over on his back
Yeah.
and swims, right?
Yeah.
And like all the comments, a bunch of people are commenting on different accounts, being like, that's not how you teach a kid to swim. How dare you like throw your child like that in the water?
Or
And then
because
other people-
it's not like he dragged him over to the pool by
No,
one
no,
leg.
no,
He
no,
just,
no.
he was holding him.
Here's
and
the
then,
thing. I've seen videos like this before,
Right.
from other like swim instructors on teaching kids how to survive. This isn't the first time that this child has been tossed into the water like that, right?
Right.
Teaching kids how to survive if they ever get into a situation, fully clothed, fall into the water.
Right.
What they need to do, flip over on your back and start treading water, breathing, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So people were freaking out because they were like, some people didn't understand that this was not that child's first time, maybe not being tossed like that.
Right.
Maybe it was, right? But knowing that if you were to fall into the water fully clothed,
Yeah.
what to do in a situation like
And so maybe like what you also have to add like a little trauma to it. So you have to throw a kid in a way that they're not expecting because maybe you fall off something, you're disoriented, you don't know which way's going.
I wish I could find the other videos, but like I've seen like years ago videos of swim instructors doing the same thing to children,
Yeah.
but in what looks to be a way more violent way, like pushing
Right.
them like by their heads or
Yeah.
by their chest or from behind.
But it's all to instruct. Like
But
it's
all
in the purposes of instruction, right?
of instruction. And these kids have like gradually made it up to that point where the filming has begun.
Sure.
So it's not like it's the very first time.
Well,
that
maybe it is. There's always a first time. Maybe it is the
I
first
don't know,
time.
not like this. Not the
Well,
way this dad is tossing his kid
yeah,
into the water.
maybe it was. Who
Right?
knows?
So if you see that pop up, or maybe you saw it yesterday, don't freak out.
Yeah.
The way some people are freaking out.
You learned to swim not that long ago. Is that what they did with you? Somebody picked you up by your leg and chucked you in the pool? No?
I would have been done.
No?
I would have been done.
Yeah?
I would have been traumatized.
Yeah.
There's no way.
No.
There is no way. Yeah, I learned 2 summers ago.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
learned.
but they didn't do that. They
No,
didn't. No, she didn't pick you up by your leg, hurl you into the pool, into the deep end.
She did not pick me up by my leg.
No.
Could you imagine? I've been like, this is not for me.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast. Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is,
got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
What is on your mind, Emily?
my cat is a big fat jerk.
Emily Rhoda says, Razamoka, fix my life. My cat is one of 3, and I'm sure he's constantly plotting to attack me or off me in my sleep. He loves my husband, but stares me down when I'm in the same room as him. So you think that your cat hates you specifically, right?
Well, yeah, he picks on me, man.
Yeah, he's a bully?
A little bit. Like, he's fine with his brothers, but, like, he'll drag his body across the carpet and then come to me and zap me with his nose.
Oh, damn.
And then, like, I'm in the kitchen doing dishes, and he'll come by and kick me.
Oh, wow.
Is
Just
this
straight up kicks you, huh?
New cat, old cat? Like, how long has this cat been in your life for?
We rescued the 3 brothers in May 2020.
Oh, okay.
And they were 8 weeks old.
And the other 2 are totally fine.
Oh, yeah, they love me. They're come cuddle with me.
Well, why do you feel that you have to have everything love you?
Because I'm worth it. Why not?
Well, I don't know.
Does your
you
husband...
got 2 out of 3 here.
Does your husband pay more attention to that one cat than he does the other 2?
No, he doesn't come looking for attention. He'll just come and, like, attack me or stare at me. And my husband tries to, like, grab him and pick him up, and he wants down. Like, he's affectionate, but...
But does he like your husband more than you?
Well, yeah, because he'll come around and, like, wrap his tail around his leg.
Oh, wow.
But I get a kick.
And you get kicked, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Listen, you can train cats to do a lot of things, and I didn't think that this was possible, but I went to like a stunt cat and dog thing over the weekend.
Yeah.
And I saw a cat like up on a tricycle while a chihuahua pushed it from behind.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Look at them, just coexisting.
I saw a woman lying on her back. She lied on her back and put her legs up in the air, right? Like together, her feet were together.
Yeah.
And then the cat climbed up the back of her legs and stood on the top of her feet. And then she moved one foot down, and the cat was standing on one of her feet propped up in the air. And then she got down and stood up and then made a loop with her arms, and the cat was jumping back and forth through the loop.
What?
And then it rode a skateboard. Okay? So you can teach cats to do a lot of things. I think that you just have to sort of put in the work, and I think that maybe the cat may feel sort of threatened by you, if that's a thing. I don't know. Do you feed the cat?
Oh, yeah.
You're the one that gives the cat food?
Well, we both do.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Do you clean the litter box?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the cat just doesn't like you. Maybe the cat's not the jerk. Maybe you're the jerk. You ever thought of that?
Well, you were my favorite until you said that.
I mean, the only reason I'm saying that the same thing has been said to me numerous times in my life. But yeah, I don't know, because I don't know what's available to you. Like, I don't know if you can force bond with a cat that you've already had for a couple of years. I don't know what the sort of best steps are, other than, making sure that you can't force a cat, like picking up a cat and being like, sit on my lap, like that never works, right? Like that kind of stuff, that kind of forced bonding never really works, and it just sort of has to happen naturally. Like, we have one cat, right? We have one cat that will sleep on my lap.
Yeah.
Okay. And we've had him for, like, let's say 9 years. Will sleep on my lap. It was only maybe 2 months ago that Catherine, who sits beside me on the same couch every night with her feet the same way on the same coffee table, it was maybe a month ago that he decided to sleep on her lap for the first time.
Oh, wow.
Right? Like, for the first time. And so it's like, clearly you could be like, he loves me more, but I got a big wide lap and it's probably warmer than Catherine's, right? Like, cats just know things,
yeah,
right? Like, they're sort of simple. They're vindictive, but they're sort of simple. So I don't know if you can just sort of be present and just wear the cat down with loves, like, reach down and just pet the cat all the time, like all the time. Like, I don't know. I don't know what your sort of play is here, but I think you got 2 out of 3 cats. I think that should be enough for you.
Well, we got them when they were feral. Like, we adopted them feral, and I love them all the same, equally. I picked them up. I cuddled them. I blew raspberries on their tummy. I fed them. I played with them.
Yeah.
But this one just seems to be like, no, I'm done with you.
Yeah. All cats are different, and we got a couple that were feral as well. And they one of them grew up to be just like a lump and does nothing, and then the other one is still very standoffish and always has been. Always. The only reason why she's cuddly now is because she's super old. But other than that, we had her in the house. She lived in the house for about 5 years before she even went on the couch.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
She would sleep under the coffee table.
Maybe it's just time, Emily. You just need more time.
Yeah, it's only been 2 years, I guess.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. And don't be so hard on yourself. You got 2 cats that love you, one that doesn't. Take that as the win. It's just like kids.
Except not really. Thanks, Emily. Love you lots.
Thank you.
All right.
You too. Bye.
You got it. Bye-bye.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
On Kiss.
Maury looks very French today.
Bonjour.
Very French, Maury.
Why do I look French?
Because you have that like sort of sculpted beard and your mime shirt on. Maury's wearing a black and white striped shirt.
Mm-hmm.
You look like a mime.
I never thought the beard would do that.
You look actually, you know what? You sort of look like a sailor too.
Yeah,
like if somebody drew
I'd
a cartoon.
rather sailor than mime. At least they talk.
You're more mime than sailor.
Oh, get me out of this box. No, they don't talk.
Is that what you think a mime would sound like if they spoke?
Well, yeah. Look at them. They have like pursed lips.
You ever seen it? Actually, I saw like a weirdo when I was in France one time, and you just see these guys on the beach, and they don't really look like the sort of mimes, I guess. They don't have that traditional kind of mime look that you see
With the painted
in
white
movies.
face.
Well, they do. They do. But
Painted
the one,
lips?
yeah.
Part of
So
their
I
lip is
saw
red?
this. I saw this one guy, and it was so disturbing. So he was dressed up in sort of like Elizabethan clothes, right? Like he had this like blue, shiny, regal suit on that was amazing. Like it didn't look like when you're on Hollywood Boulevard and you see the people dressed up as other people, it's like the Spider-Man, like there's poo stains on the back of his spider suit.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they're vile, right? They're so gross.
Yeah.
But the guys
Put
in
in the
France,
wash.
yeah, they're so like when you see that, like when you from a distance and you see them all when you're on Hollywood Boulevard, and you're like, oh look, there's a Hulk and Jack Sparrow and Spider-Man and everybody, right?
Yeah.
And then you walk up and you're like, whoa, what is that smell?
Yeah. The
Right?
smell,
yeah.
the stains.
Yeah, and then you realize everybody's standing away from Chewbacca because he's the guy wearing fur in 105 degrees, right? He reeks. But no, so these guys in France are like, he had this very like sort of like regal Elizabethan outfit on and like the big giant white wig and his face was white and they have cats with them. And I don't know what these guys do to these cats, but they sedate these cats. So they're just at the borderline of awake and asleep all day long. And then they just make these cats do things. Like you could just pick this cat up and put it on his head and the cat just stays there. So his whole trick is that he has these cats that just stay there. And at first you're like, oh my God, these are some well-trained kitties.
Yeah.
But and then it takes you 30 seconds before you realize, no, this man is drugging cats and making money off it, right? And people pay like huge amounts of money to these guys who are sitting there drugging cats. Yeah, it's very weird, but that's sort of like a modern mime. And then there was also when you go to Italy, the street performers, like you get those old school clowns, right? But like it's a different world over there than it is here. Like I was sitting in Italy one time having a sandwich and a clown walked up in the middle of the day and pulled a gun on me. And then shot me and then like pointed it at me and then pulled the trigger and no joke, like one of those little flags came out the end.
No.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. No joke. No joke. And then everybody around you.
You're like, I was
Everybody
scared for my life.
Yes. Anyway, you look like a street performer, Maury.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I was following this thread that just got out of hand, where one person was talking about like misheard song lyrics, and then everyone else started chiming in about songs that they growing up or that they've heard recently that they were like, I thought it said this until I looked it up.
Some people go their whole lives singing songs the wrong way.
There's so many.
It started when one person says, talking about Taylor Swift. She's a huge Swiftie, right? She said, this sounds really dumb, but when I was younger, listening to 22 by Taylor Swift, I thought it was, I don't know about you, but I'm feeling sweaty too. Then I was like, that's a weird thing to say in a song. Anyway, looked at the lyrics only a few years ago and found out how off I was.
Now you hear it. But thematically, it makes sense, right?
And it's when you hear, like, when somebody says, this is what I thought it was, once you have that in your brain, that's all you hear, right? And
Right.
for What were you gonna say?
But like even thematically, like it works. Like I'm feeling sweaty too, and then even the lines after that work. If it
all
was
makes
I'm feeling
sense.
sweaty too.
Didn't her other one, Star-Crossed Lover, everyone thought was Starbucks Lovers?
Yes.
First of all, it's not even star-crossed, whatever you said.
It isn't?
No. Blank space. Even though I know the lyrics got a long list of ex-lovers,
Yeah.
I still only ever hear Starbucks Lover.
Got a long list of ex-lovers. They'll tell you I'm insane. Got a long list of ex-lovers. Got a long list of ex-lovers. Got a long list of ex-lovers. They'll tell you I'm insane.
Deepa, you look like you don't even agree with that.
No, I don't. I don't. I still hear ex-lovers. I don't hear Starbucks. in
You
that
have
one.
to hear. You have to play more of the beginning. Because when you say those words and you only play that thing, because it's the words she says before the Starbucks lovers part. It's like something like "go and tell your Starbucks lovers." Like it's the words leading up to that confused
All I've
everybody.
ever heard is Starbucks Lovers.
Yeah.
I think we can all agree about the farted line from Ariana Grande's one last
Yes.
Oh
time.
my God.
Because somebody else brought that up, right? Because the line is, I was a liar. I gave in to the fire. I know I should have fought it. At least I'm being honest. But it sounds like she says, I know I should have farted.
I know I should have fought it. At least I'm being
Right?
honest. I know I should have fought it. I know I should have fought it. I know I
says
should
it-
have fought it.
She says farted like those two Canadian guys on South Park, right? Farted. You know what I mean?
Somebody else posted in this thread on misheard song lyrics that when I was younger, my dad thought feeling so fly like a G6 was feeling so fried like a cheese stick. He was very confused, and I think it's still hilarious.
Drink, we do it right. Getting slizzard, sipping scissor. Am I right? Like 3-6. Now I'm feeling so fly like a G6. Like a G6.
Now I'm feeling so fried like a cheese stick.
Now I'm feeling so
Fried like a cheese stick.
Yep.
feeling so
Fried like a cheese stick.
Yes.
Makes sense.
Somebody wrote, when Mambo number 5 came out, it was at the height of the Clinton impeachment. So I was like, there's no way they're seriously airing a song right now about a girl named Monica. And I figured the lyric, bless you, had to be a little bit of Mardi Gras in my life.
A little bit of Monica in my life. A little bit of Erica by my side. A little bit of
This song makes me smile 100% of the time.
Yeah?
And it doesn't matter what kind of mood I'm in, I will always smile listening to this song.
It does, now that I think about it, it does sound like he says a little bit of Mardi Gras.
Now I hear it.
Mardi Gras. Right? It totally sounds like it now.
I mean, you could say anything, though. I could say, stop it for a second.
Yeah.
I always thought, I know I didn't, but I could just say, I always thought he said a little bit of money gun in my life.
Oh, damn it. Now,
You know what I mean?
now I hear that.
Roz, don't do that.
A little bit of money gun in my life. Mardi Gras in my life.
Yeah.
Money gun in my somebody else
That's
wrote,
a Louis Vega magic right there.
Bon Jovi's Living on a Prayer. When I was a kid, I thought when he sings, it doesn't make a difference if we make it or not. He was saying it doesn't make a difference if we're naked or not.
Oh. Yeah, fair enough.
Oh, yeah.
Fair enough.
Right, doesn't
And again, thematically, it works.
Right?
Yeah, we got each other. Yeah.
But now you're ruining some of these songs. I've never heard it till now. Now I'm never going to not hear it.
I got one more for you. Misheard song lyrics. Somebody said, I don't know why, but in TLC's Waterfalls, I always thought they say, don't go Jason Waterfalls.
Like the guy's name is Jason Waterfalls? Like, don't go, Jason Waterfalls?
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast. Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is,
Got a problem you can't fix.
Roz and Mocha got you.
Carmencita, hello. It's Roz and Mocha. How you doing?
Hi, I'm good. How are you guys?
Good. Welcome to Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life. What's going on with you? Why are you reaching out?
I'm tired of my roommate, and I just can't take it anymore.
Oh, wow. Okay, you wrote this. Roz and Mocha, FML, Fix My Life. My roommate was my best friend in high school, and she left the country in grade 12 for 7 years. Before coming back, she asked to move in with me, and obviously I said yes. You said that you made a couple of house rules, but I didn't think that I had to make rules about my personal stuff. Now I'm in a position where she uses my clothes, my shoes, my laptop, my makeup, and worst of all, she eats all our snacks. I've told her a couple of times to just ask before doing that stuff because I don't mind sharing, but she still doesn't ask. It's driving me crazy. And then you wrote also. Also. How do I also get her to throw out the trash? She's always at home, and my boyfriend and I work 12 to 14-hour shifts. We come home to have to empty the garbage, even though she's been there all day. Ugh.
So does she contribute at all to the household?
She does laundry, and she tries to do mine, but literally she'll put like 5 T-shirts and put it to wash. And I'm like, don't do that. Like, it's wasting a lot of water.
She does what Maurie does, which is, Damnit Maurie, if you've listened to this show, when he's at home with his husband, Maurie has built his relationship on pretending to be really bad at things so his perfectionist husband won't allow him to do them, right? So that's like a play that people do, right? Like, oh, sorry, did I do that? Right? You know? And then you're like, oh, God, it's just easier if I do it. And then you wind up doing everything. Now, I would say that when it comes to a roommate like this is sort of more than a conversation. Like this is, you need her to be a whole new person, right?
Yeah, basically.
So maybe she's not the best person to have as a roommate?
I don't know, because like when she first moved in, things were going fine. And then I don't know if I guess I spoiled her too much or I was too lenient. And now she just feels like she can just use my stuff without asking. And then I've talked to her about it. And I'm like, just ask me. Like, I'll let you use it. I just want to know where my things are. Because, one day I was looking for my shirt.
And what did she say? What did she say?
She's like, okay. And then I'll start asking. And then she just doesn't ask.
Yeah, it's because you said just ask. I mean, I'll let you use it, but just ask. So what's the point in asking?
Well, just for me to know where my stuff is. And, I don't know. For me, just, kind of respect, I guess, at that point.
Yeah, so you need to say to her, listen, the rule is, don't use my computer, don't use my makeup, don't wear my clothes, don't borrow my shoes. Now, if there is ever a situation where you do need to borrow something, bring it up to me and we'll figure it out. But you can't say, I don't care what you use, just ask. Like you can't what kind of
that opens it up to every single thing.
Yeah, what if you're not home? And then she's like, "Oh, I'll just tell her later." You're going to say yes anyway.
Yeah, I didn't think of that.
Right?
I just didn't want to be rude either because, I get it. I don't know. I guess
how's
I have
that
nice
rude, though?
clothes.
But how's that? Why?
It's your stuff. It's your house.
Yeah. Why do you feel that you have to be so accommodating and agreeable to somebody who's driving you crazy?
I don't know. Maybe because of the years of friendship from, high school and stuff, and now she's back. And
During
then
the 7 years that she was away, right?
Yeah.
Did you guys keep in touch at all?
Yeah, we did throughout the year.
And where was she living when for those 7 years?
She was in her home country, Colombia.
Was she living with someone or living with family?
She was with her mom, and then she was with her partner.
Okay, so she was, you living at home with your mom, probably used to being picked up after, right? All the time.
Right.
And now she moves in with you and your boyfriend, and you guys are essentially her new parents.
Yeah, literally. And I ran to my sister-in-law all the time. And I'm like, what the hell do I do? And she's like, ask Roz and Mocha because we listen to them every day. I'm like, you're right.
Yeah, and I don't think and Mocha's right. I don't think there's anything wrong with, saying to her, hey, listen, I don't think that you need a roommate. I think that you need a mother. And that's fine, but I ain't that. That's not me. So we need to figure this out because you're going to lose two things. You're going to lose a roommate and you're going to lose your friend. Right. And if it keeps going down this road, you're going to lose both because resentment is going to set in. And when it does, it is almost impossible to come back from that point. The sight of her is going to be it's going to turn your stomach when you walk in the house. You're going to walk in one day after working a 14-hour shift and you're going to see an overflowing garbage can and she's going to be a lump on the couch wearing your T-shirt. And you are going to lose your mind. And then you're going to lose your roommate, and then you're going to lose your friend. So the only way to save both is to establish right now hardcore rules. and tell her, listen, I don't want to dislike you. But as it is right now, I come home, I'm exhausted. My house should be the least stressful place in my life. And right now I'm feeling like it's the most. And that's because of the dynamic between you and I. And maybe I've been too lenient and maybe I've been to all this stuff, but I'm going to tell you how I feel about it. And it's really driving me crazy. Like when I see you in a pair of my shoes or my makeup's gone, or I can tell you've been in it and you haven't asked, that's just a problem. So as of right now, don't use my stuff. And I'm doing this to save us as friends and as roommates.
Right. Yeah, no, that's really good advice.
Yeah, and the other thing that you don't want to happen is then for this problem in the home to cause problems between you and your boyfriend.
Yeah.
Right? You guys don't want to be arguing about this particular roommate, right?
We kind of have already, but like small stuff.
Yeah.
And I just don't want it to escalate. That's why I'm like, how do I get her to stop now before it gets even worse?
It will escalate.
Now, is she the type to escalate it to the point of where she steals your man?
No.
Okay.
No.
What if she asks?
Sorry?
What if it's like your laptop? She just asks first.
Yeah, no, not a chance.
Oh, okay.
Never happened.
Like, hey, listen, if you want to borrow him, that's fine. Just ask.
No,
okay.
never.
Oh, okay. But yeah,
right.
you need to have a conversation with her, and the purpose of the conversation is saving the roommate situation, but also saving your friendship, because you can't be that stressed at home, and she needs to know that she's the cause of your stress, and she also needs to know that doing a load of laundry a week isn't enough in the arrangement. Like it's just not enough, and you need more.
Thank you, guys.
Right.
All right, Carmencita, thank you so much for joining us on the Roz and Mocha Show.
Thank you very much.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
On Kiss.
Our girl, Joey King from the Kissing Booth. We love Joey King on the Roz and Mocha Show. She's always very generous with her time in talking to us. She's got a new movie coming out next week on Disney Plus called The Princess.
Bro, I have watched the trailer for The Princess like a dozen times.
She's like a badass princess. It's not like
such a good trailer. It's so good.
Roxy's going to love this movie.
I know. We watched the trailer yesterday together.
The plot for this reads like this. When a strong-willed princess refuses to wed a cruel sociopath, she's kidnapped and locked in a remote tower. With her scorned, vindictive suitor intent on taking her father's throne, the princess must protect her family and save the kingdom. This is a little bit of the trailer.
Once upon a time, in a magical castle, the king's daughter was locked away in a tower.
You made a promise to me that your daughter will be my wife.
I'm not a piece of property to be traded. But these guys... with the wrong princess.
Not exactly ladylike behavior.
She just like whoops everybody's ass.
Yeah. And I guess like at the beginning, like, because I think it's in the trailer, but like the movie, she like starts kicking ass like almost right away.
Like it's so good. It's such a good trailer. Oh my God.
Damnit Maurie had a chance to chat with Joey King, star of The Princess, again on Disney Plus next week.
It is every girl's dream to play a princess in a movie, and now you're playing one that kicks some ass. In the first 4 minutes, you dislocate your thumb and drive a stake into a guy's eye. Is this how you wish princesses were portrayed when you were growing up?
When this project was presented to me, I was like, I had, every girl kind of wants to, not every girl. I had always wanted to play a princess, in a huge ball gown. I didn't really know what kind of princess. I just knew I love that medieval times ball gown. I love those period style looks. And so when this movie came about and I read the script, I was like, I didn't even know that this is what I wanted, but I know that this is what I wanted. Like, it's one of those movies where it's like, it's everything you never knew you needed. And so when I came across this project, I was like, yeah, I guess I wish that all princesses were portrayed like this, but I didn't even know I needed it until I read it. And I hope that that's how everyone feels, where they're just like, damn, this was so badass, so cool. I can't wait to see more princesses like this.
Like, I don't know if they could have cast anyone more perfect than Joey King for this.
No, you're right.
Right?
You're right,
It's like
yeah.
they made that movie, or they had her in mind when they were writing the script.
Well, because she looks like a painting of an old princess. You know
That's
what I mean?
true.
Like,
Yeah.
her style. She's very unique looking.
And that's exactly what she looks like.
Joey King, who we all know and love from The Kissing Booth, she's in a new movie called The Princess out on Disney Plus next week. Damnit Maurie talking to her.
When practicing the fighting scenes for this movie, which were beyond epic, I'm assuming you would practice at home. And I don't know if they let you take home like a fake sword. So did you have to use things around the house to practice? Like, were you using a cucumber as a sword?
Oh my God. I was spending so much time in the stunt gym when I started training for this, but they let me take home this like foam baton so that when I got home, I could practice my flowering of my sword and do my count cuts when I was at home. And there was a lot going on there, but I was so like, I would also, one of my favorite things though is, you're right, I did practice at home a lot. And my favorite thing that I learned was how to do a front roll on my side shoulder. So I would just kind of like roll on my shoulder and just pop right up into a standing position. And I would do that literally everywhere I freaking went. Like, I would be in hotel hallways and I would just all of a sudden just roll on my shoulder and then just walk. Like, I just fell in love with everything that I learned while making this.
And I do love that she took the role so seriously that she wanted to perfect everything.
Bro. Yeah.
Right? The new movie is called The Princess, starring Joey King on Disney Plus next week.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So the federal government yesterday announced that they're going to try to help us out with the passport lines and wait times.
Oof.
The Minister of Families, Children, and Social Development, her name is Karina Gold. She tweeted this yesterday. I'm deeply concerned about the delivery of passport services and share the frustration of Canadians. Lineups, waits, and uncertainty are unacceptable. We are working hard to fix this. No option to improve service will be left on the table. So this article I'm reading goes on to say that more managers and executives will help out in the early mornings at specialized passport sites to assist and talk to people in line and assess their situation.
It's a 24-hour line now.
It is.
Like when this first started, it was always, oh my God, people are lining up at 4 a.m., people are lining up at whatever. But now it's a 24-hour line. Like, there're just always people in line.
So then I see this video on TikTok of this girl in Vancouver.
Yeah.
Who ended up getting her passport in a 24-hour window. Like, she booked it online, and then the very next day she was able to get it.
Wow.
With very little...
Did she get her physical passport or just get...
No, physical passport. Walked into the office. There was barely a line. Did everything she needed to do and got her passport.
What'd she do?
But listen to how she was able to obtain the passport and the lengths she went to obtain her passport within a 24-hour period.
Hi, TikTok. Let me show you how I was able to get my Canadian passport in about 2.5 hours. I managed to snag an online passport appointment in Edmonton the day before, and Flair always offers cheap tickets, so I got $87 round trip from Vancouver. The flight was a bit delayed, and there was rain in Edmonton. However, the smooth sailing at the passport office definitely made things easier. I came in at 1:30, and I walked out with my passport at 3:55. Success.
So she's saying you got to travel somewhere else to get it?
She flew from Vancouver to Edmonton.
From Vancouver to Edmonton.
Oh, my God.
$87 flight.
Wait, how did she fly from Vancouver to Edmonton? She must have had a passport as well then.
You don't need a
You
passport.
don't need that for Canadian travel.
Yeah. You can
I
travel.
didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, you don't need a passport to fly within Canada.
I thought just for identity they have to check you.
No, my God. Before 9/11, you could get on a plane with a student card or a library card. you didn't even need a birth certificate.
Yeah,
this blew my mind.
Yeah, so she says that she spent around $315 for the passport to replace the one that she lost. So it was that plus the $87 for the flight, but that's how she was able to get around the massive wait time that a lot of people around the country have to do every single day.
Yeah.
People listening right now are in a lineup that they've been in for hours on hours on hours on hours.
And she flew to
And
somewhere.
she flew
really,
from Vancouver to Edmonton. Oh my God. Passport office wasn't that busy. Within 2 hours, physically got her passport.
So she would have extra time to go to the West Edmonton Mall and ride the roller coaster.
Yeah, exactly.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I got to play you this. So the New York City government just posted a video, which is a PSA. You have it over there. Telling residents of New York how to respond to a nuclear attack.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
So there's been a nuclear attack. Don't ask me how or why, just know that the big one has hit, okay? So what do? There are 3 important steps that I want you to remember. Step 1, get inside fast. And no, staying in the car is not an option. You need to get into a building and move away from the windows. Step 2, stay inside. Shut all doors and windows. Have a basement? Head there. If you don't have one, get as far into the middle of the building as possible. If you were outside after the blast, get clean immediately. Remove and bag all outer clothing to keep radioactive dust or ash away from your body. Step 3, stay tuned. Follow media for more information. Don't forget to sign up for Notify NYC for official alerts and updates. And don't go outside until officials say it's safe. All right, you've got this.
Hold on a second.
Yeah, can I just say that their rules for dealing with a nuclear attack is to stay inside and check Twitter?
Also take a shower?
Yeah, stay inside, check Twitter. That's what we do all day. That's what we do all day. That's the only thing anyone does.
Wouldn't
stay inside and check Twitter.
be over?
Just stay inside and check Twitter. That's their plan.
It also sounds like a male enhancement sort of ad. When you listen to it, like
yes,
you may experience side effects. Like that's what it sounds like.
Yeah. Nothing else though. Nothing else other than go inside and check Twitter.
Sure.
Don't worry,
But
you
here's
got
my,
this.
Here's my question.
Yeah.
Why now? Like,
Yeah,
what do they know?
Well, here's the thing: is
What
that
do they know that they had
don't.
to go so far to produce a PSA?
Well,
to send
believe me,
out
if
to
when
citizens
you
in
see
New
the
York?
video, you realize they didn't go that far. It's
Oh.
pretty terrible green screen.
Oh, is that?
Yeah. So New York City management posted the video with no other explanation at all, nor any specific threats of an attack residents should be concerned about. I think that somebody just was looking at the world in Russia, and they're like, hey, why
What
don't you
if?
throw something together? I mean, back in I guess it was like the 50s, 60s, they had these things all the time. Like kids would go to school and they would, run drills on what to do if the bomb drops, right? Like our parents' generation went through all of this. This is just sort of all new
But
for
if you're
us.
not supposed to stay at home, is there a better option?
No.
No, they're telling you to stay at home.
They're telling you to stay home.
And if you have a basement,
Stay
go to the
home,
basement. If
stay
you
home
don't
and
have a
check
basement,
Twitter.
if you live like in a building, get to the middle of the building.
Yeah.
I always assumed you had to go to a nearby bunker.
Where is there a bunker, More?
But there's
Did
no
you
PSA
not
to
listen
tell
to the
me.
same PSA that we just listened to?
Well, now I know. I always assumed they would tell me where the bunker was.
You think that there's just you think that right now there's a bunker?
Somewhere.
First of all, Maury, if there was a bunker, okay, bro, you're not getting the call.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, and I'm not telling you where it is either.
Thanks.
Congrats, you just died.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
There was that PSA that was released by the Office of Emergency Management in New York the other day, and it just appeared, and this was a PSA letting people know what to do in the event that New York City is hit by a nuclear bomb. So let's remind you of their instructions to New Yorkers.
So there's been a nuclear attack. Don't ask me how or why, just know that the big one has hit, okay? So what do? There are 3 important steps that I want you to remember. Step 1, get inside fast. And no, staying in the car is not an option. You need to get into a building and move away from the windows. Step 2, stay inside. Shut all doors and windows. Have a basement? Head there. If you don't have one, get as far into the middle of the building as possible. If you were outside after the blast, get clean immediately. Remove and bag all outer clothing to keep radioactive dust or ash away from your body. Step 3, stay tuned. Follow media for more information. Don't forget to sign up for Notify NYC for official alerts and updates. And don't go outside until officials say it's safe.
So we had
All
established.
right? You've got this.
Yeah, we got this. We had established that Damnit Maurie would be the last one on Earth because, according to their instructions, it's just stay inside and check Twitter, right? Which is Maury's life.
So I would live.
You would live. You would be the last
Yeah.
one. So Mayor Eric Adams of New York City said yesterday, so he addressed this because people were freaking out, being like, where did this come from? Like,
and then the conspiracy theories, it's like, okay, obviously the government knows something.
Yeah, like
for them to produce
you can't
something
just
like this.
drop this and
Yeah.
then there's no explanation to it. Like, what was the reasoning behind it?
Yeah.
And then so he had said, quote, I'm a big believer in better safe than sorry.
Jeez.
He goes, I take my hat off to the Office of Emergency Management. It took a very proactive step and said, let's be prepared. He goes on to say that there are no imminent threats of nuclear war, but he said, quote, we're still on the top of terrorist threats. We always have to be prepared as New Yorkers. So he's just saying that this was something a proactive project that the Office of Emergency Management put together.
No, they're still hiding something. They know something.
You think so? Yeah.
You're not going to go through all that work, all that
No.
trouble to make something like
No,
this
this
and
is
make it
too-
public to everybody.
It's
in
too
New
what,
York?
Deepa?
Too random.
Yeah.
Too random. It's way too
they know
random.
something.
Like, I agree.
Yeah.
They know
yeah,
something.
Yeah. Maury thought that there were still fallout shelters in cities.
I still do. I'm
Yeah.
convinced there's bunkers.
Yeah. Like, but do you
Like in The Wizard of Oz, where there's like a door on the ground.
yeah, and then you just go, well, like in Stranger Things, like the door out in the desert, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But-
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's that underground city.
Yeah.
It's like a pantry
Basically.
also, like down there.
And you
there'll be
think
dry
that
food.
you think you're going to get an invite to a bunker? That is really like
They're gonna give you the wrong directions.
like
bro.
yeah, I know your ego gets you in trouble sometimes more, right? But if you think that there's a bunker in this city that you're going to get an invite, to me that is like beyond. Like I don't even think I would get an invite.
I must have family that has a bunker somewhere.
Believe me, if they did, you would know, which also tells me that you're not getting an invite to those either.
Frank not giving you the
Your
address for
dad
that.
won't let you use the pool if he's out of town. You think you're getting an invite to the bunker?
in case of a nuclear attack.
Yeah.
No. He's like, yeah, come over. Just knock on the door. I'll let you in.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Lamar Odom back at it again.
Who?
Lamar Odom.
What do you do now?
Stepping back into the ring.
No,
Where'd they
he's
go?
fighting. He's
hell's
fighting. Don't worry about it. Who's he fighting now?
So Lamar Odom is doing and I say celebrity boxing match with air quotes.
Yeah.
But he released a promo video for it and everything. But Lamar Odom on October 15th is stepping into the ring with fake Drake.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. And fake Drake, Izzy Drake, I think is what he goes by.
Yeah. How did that guy get so famous, Fake Drake? I don't understand that at all. I don't understand the world. Like when I see a guy like Fake Drake getting famous,
Yeah.
I'm like, I need to stop just everything. I
You know,
need
he's
to
like-
back out. I don't know what the world does anymore.
You know he makes like $10,000?
I'm not. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
To make a club appearance?
Yeah.
Did you know he released a song too?
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, for
You wanna
God.
hear
So
what it sounds like?
explain to people what Fake Drake is, because
So
there's
if you've
people that
seen
don't know.
on
It's a
Inst-
very Instagram thing. It's not
This
a real
guy-
world thing.
I don't know where. I think he's based out of Miami now, but he bases his look off of Drake because there are his facial features similar, very similar to Drake,
Right.
but he like overdoes it to really make himself look like Drake. Does his eyebrows like Drake. Got the beard like Drake. He's always wearing OVO gear. He tries to talk like Drake. He sounds like Drake.
And he became famous because he would go places with like fake security and people would actually think it was Drake.
Yeah, so there was one time recently where he was walking through a mall
Yeah.
and had like a ton of security around him, dressed in OVO gear on his phone, and had like people following thinking that it was actually Drake. Or people would see him like all up in the clubs, right? With security, doing bottle service, whatever, looking like Drake.
Right. Okay.
So-
So it's a guy who sort of looks like Drake, who
Yeah.
fooled people into
And he
thinking that he
tried
was
to-
Drake,
he
and
tried
then they
to-
got famous.
And he tried to flex the other couple weeks ago when Drake dropped that house album, his
Yeah.
dance album. And then fake Drake got on got on FaceTime with real Drake.
Oh.
Yeah. And was like, hey, bro, congratulations on the album, Drake. And real Drake was like, okay, yeah, hey, thanks. And then the guy was like, and then fake Drake said, tell the people we got a song. Like, let them know, like, we got a song dropping. And then like Real Drake like hangs up on
Really? Yeah,
FaceTime.
good. Yeah, I ain't got no time for that. Ain't got no time for that.
But Lamar. So by the way, fake Drake. I told you he had he released a song which is based on a Drake song.
And these replicas out when they say they copying this and that. Tired of splitting that this ain't no get parody rap. From the 6 zone to the 6 side, know they watching all over the map. Taking the PJ over Air Canada, OVO gear in my bag.
Anyway, I don't know if I can take you seriously if you use Patty Whack in your song.
Did he use Patty Whack?
Yeah.
Did I miss that? I wasn't listening. I honestly wasn't listening.
But this is Lamar Odom's message to fake Drake to promote their celebrity boxing match happening on October 15th.
Man, what's up? I hear this news that this fake lookalike want to fight my man Drake. Swagger jacker dude. But my man don't really get his hands dirty. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just step in the way and I'm gonna take that fight. Get the contract, bring it right to you. Lay you that right down. Hold him out.
Wow. So wait, so does fake Drake now want to fight real Drake? Is that what Lamar Odom was saying?
I haven't seen that story. Yeah. If fake Drake actually put out the challenge to real Drake,
He does.
I mean,
he wants to fight him now.
He did. He challenged real Drake to an actual boxing match. I think it was like
why?
$1 million.
Why?
Well,
hold on a second. But fake Drake does not have that kind of money.
No. Well, I mean, no. Imagine Drake would be fronting that.
Right?
Real Drake.
What the hey? Wait. Wasn't Lamar Odom supposed to fight Aaron Carter? Didn't that happen?
Lamar Odom knocked Aaron Carter out in the first round.
No, I missed that. Because Aaron Carter we interviewed him, and remember he was saying that he's from the streets. People don't know I'm a street fighter.
Because hold on, tall,
right?
Yeah, no, and Aaron Carter is little compared to Lamar Odom's
most people
size
are
of
little compared to Lamar
6'10".
Odom. Yeah,
right. Lamar Odom is 6'10", and I think it was in the first 15, 20 seconds of their celebrity boxing match.
And
he got rocked like 3 times.
Yeah, well, you can't. That's like you can't do that. That's like like Lamar Odom standing in front of Aaron Carter would look like that giant thing at the end of Stranger Things. You know what I mean? With all the legs, right?
The Mind Flayer.
Yeah, the Mind Flayer. Yeah.
But there you
right.
go. Lamar Odom looking to fight fake Drake on October 15th.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, did you see this? The video of Cardi B and Offset giving their 4-year-old daughter Culture $50,000 in cash for her birthday?
Yeah, I saw that on the weekend. That's crazy.
Bro.
What?
That's too much.
Well, duh.
And it's not that I'll tell you, man, it's not that they gave her $50,000 in cash. It's that she knows the lingo. Because I'll play this thing. It's super. You have to. It's so difficult to hear, but you can hear Offset talking to her.
Yeah.
And you'll hear Culture. She's hanging out of the back of a car, like she's in a car and the window's down, and he's on the street filming her.
Yeah.
And she holds up like a stack of cash, and she calls it a ticket.
Yeah.
Right.
Uh-huh.
And then he's like, "No, baby, that a ticket's $1 million. That's 50." Like she's 4 and she knows the lingo of a ticket. So here, listen to this.
Birthday girl. Birthday girl. Yes, I'm gonna buy you cotton candy, yes. What you say?
What is that?
It's super tough to hear.
It's a ticket. A ticket is $1 million, girl. That's 50. Say 50.
Oh,
and she's sitting there with 2 hands holding the stack of cash.
Like she's holding like a triple stacked burger or something.
$50,000.
I know. But you know what,
$50,000,
though?
that messes a kid up.
Cardi B and Offset have been known to, like, even when the kid turned 1, like, throw extravagant birthday parties for their child.
It's about turning somebody into that person, though.
Yeah, no.
Well, unless they take the money
for
back
sure.
and then they go to the bank and put it in her college fund.
You think that's happening more?
That was my assumption. Is they're like, okay, now give that back to mommy. It's going in your college fund.
Like they did that all just to flex, just for the gram.
Hell no. They'll let her throw that around and do all this other stuff.
Or they take her to the toy store and, okay, you can buy one thing.
Yeah. What was the most extravagant gift your old man gave you, more?
Me, a
for
pound
birthday?
puppy.
For a birthday, a pound puppy.
Wow.
Because
right?
it's all I ever wanted, and he gave me a pound, but it was a big deal.
And he was like, "No more. That's a half-pound puppy. We can't afford a pound puppy." Say half pound. So wait a second. So you got it. You got 1 pound puppy. That was the
Yeah.
most extravagant gift
from my dad. Yes, that was it.
What about the other years? What was
that was the most extravagant gift.
What was
yes.
lower than a pound puppy?
Oh, there was a fake toy. Like it was a toy that I wanted, but he got me the imitation of it.
Oh, what was it? What was the real toy?
Oh,
What
I
was the
can't.
imitation?
I can't remember what it was, but I know that he got me the knockoff.
Like
I
a
think it was something
baseball glove with 3 finger holes?
I think it was like knockoff Lego.
That would be hilarious. Now go play. Have fun. Happy birthday. I love you.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Roz and Mocha's Hell of a Story. We do this every Friday at 7:30. And we actually have, for the first time ever, Roz, a Hell of a Story update.
Yeah.
Because we've been getting messages, specifically one from Angeliki, who DM'd us and said, hey, is there any way we can get a part 2 to that Elsa doll story? I am so curious.
So the Elsa doll story was, we talked to a woman named Emily back in February, and she had a haunted Elsa doll, so she claims. And it was like her kid's doll, and they threw it in the garbage to try and make room for more toys. In the garbage can, in the garbage truck, off it went. But then she says that the doll made its way back to the house looking like all disheveled. And then they tried again to get rid of the doll, and the doll came back again. And I think that she then gave it to somebody in like an envelope with no return address, like out of state, and he tied it to the front of his truck. And apparently that's where the doll had stayed. So let's get an update from Emily on the haunted Elsa doll.
Hi, Emily. Welcome back to the Roz and Mocha Show. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Good. So the haunted Elsa doll, has it made its way back to your place?
No, it hasn't, thankfully.
It hasn't. Okay. Thank God. So a lot of people were very interested in this. And as soon as we had you on Roz and Mocha's Hell of a Story, like ever since then, people have wanted the update. So let's just bring people back right now. So how long now has the Elsa doll been officially out of your life?
Let's see, about 2.5 years.
2.5 years. And how many times did the Elsa doll come back after you got rid of it?
2 times.
2 times. And one time you said, as we just said getting into this, one time you put it in the trash, watched the trash go into the garbage truck. You say the garbage truck drove off, and then the doll still made its way back to your house, right?
Yep.
So in this time that the Elsa doll has not been at your home, have any weird things happen in and around your house?
Well, we have had weird things happen since then.
Oh, wow.
Like, yeah, we have had strange things happen in our house, like things disappearing and reappearing in different parts of the house. And even like doors opening and closing and stuff like that, like stuff that didn't happen before. It's kind of weird.
And how old is your daughter now?
She's 9.
Okay. Has she mentioned anything about the Elsa doll? Has she questioned where it went, or does she remember any of the weird stuff that happened?
She does, yeah. She brings it up pretty regularly still.
Now, you gave the Elsa doll to a guy named Chris who lived in Minnesota, right?
Yes.
And if I remember, he strapped
mailed it to him.
You mailed it to him, and he strapped it to the front of his truck, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Do you know if he still has the doll?
I think he does.
Oh, well, let's find out. Hey, Chris, are you there? It's Roz and Mocha.
Yep.
Hey, the haunted Elsa doll, is it still strapped to the front of your truck?
No, I actually welded up a little cage for it, and then I welded a chain to the top of the cage, and it's just hanging on my wall in the shop.
Oh, God. Bro.
That is so
wait a
scary.
second. You made a cage and a chain for the haunted Elsa doll, and you hang it in your shop?
Yep, it's hanging on my wall.
Is that good for business, though, man?
I have people ask about it every now and then.
And what do you tell them?
They get I tell them the story about how my friend mailed it to me, and they usually think that's pretty funny.
Now, Chris, do you think that the Elsa doll is haunted?
You know, I'm too much of a skeptic to believe in any supernatural shenanigans,
Yeah.
but I would like to see something cool, but I haven't seen anything yet, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. So since the Elsa doll, the haunted Elsa doll, has been in your possession, nothing weird in your life has happened at all?
No, I mean, there was one time I went back to my shop, and it looked like the doll had moved a little bit, but I figured that was probably just gravity, like the arm settled or something. And I was like, I was watching close, giving her the evil eye, like, you're not running around on me, are you?
I was going to say, do you ever talk to the haunted Elsa doll?
Sometimes just to be goofy. They never respond, so.
No.
Oh, wow.
That's probably a good thing.
Well, Chris, say hi to Emily.
right.
Emily's on the phone. She's the one that was in the original owner of the haunted Elsa doll.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, how's it going?
Great. How are you?
blessedly free of any supernatural shenanigans or cadaverous cavorting on my end of the world. So.
Good to have a supportive friend, huh, Emily?
That's right. He was the best person to send it to, I tell you that.
All right.
Okay,
so,
well, there you go.
The doll is no longer in your possession, Emily. Chris still has it. Nothing weird, thankfully, has happened to Chris or to his business since being in possession of that doll. So we're happy to hear that. And Emily, you're obviously happy that the haunted Elsa doll is no longer in your family's lives.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. All right, guys. Thank you so much for checking back in.
Thank you.
All right.
Have a great day, Emily and Chris.
Thank you so much. You too.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Roz, do you keep your readers on you at all times?
I do.
Good.
Yeah, I have a pair right here.
Have them in the car, have them at home, everywhere?
I got a pair in my bag and a pair on my desk right now.
Good. And do you use them often?
I do.
Because I was reading the story of this guy in BC, in Kamloops, played Lotto Max, checked his ticket, right?
Yeah.
Saw he won $10. Didn't have his glasses with him. Checked the ticket again with his glasses on. Turns out he and his wife won $1 million.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's the difference of glasses, huh?
Yeah, what?
Those are some good glasses. I need those glasses.
The one that lets you see all the zeros.
Yeah, the one that lets you see. Yeah. Changes everything. Those are magic glasses.
Yeah. So if there's any, if anyone, like if you need your readers or your glasses, like make sure you have them on you at all times just in case.
Man,
I never wear mine when I'm outside after the show.
Why?
But
don't you need them?
I absolutely do. When we walk the dog, I don't wear my glasses. And
What about when you drive?
When I drive, I do, but when we're walking the dog, I don't. I ask Matthew when we're at a stoplight, I'm like, what's the number at? And he has to tell me with the countdown number what it's at.
But you know what's weird is that, like, during the show, I will notice when Maury's like looking at his phone or looking at the computer screen, even with your glasses on, you were still squinting.
Yeah, you squint with glasses.
And I'm at I do it, Roz. I think you're at this age now, Roz.
Don't bring me
Hold
into
the
this, man. We're
phone
talking
far
about you,
away.
okay? I got enough lumps today.
You know when you hold the phone
All
far
right.
away and you still look at it? I'm starting to do that now.
Yeah, yeah. Do I know what that's like? No, I mean.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I went to see what's that play? I went to see the
And Juliet?
and Juliet play.
Oh, and Juliet.
We took Roxy to
Did she like it?
Yeah, she loved it.
It was all
man.
the pop songs, right? Like Katy
Yeah, it's
Perry
all
and
like
Taylor Swift. I
a
think,
lot of
and Britney.
boy bands. Like a lot of boy bands.
There are two plays in the city right now.
Yeah.
I'm shocked that you didn't take Roxy to the Harry Potter one. Which I went to that one. That one's out of this world cool.
Yeah. No, she didn't really express a whole lot of interest in it.
She used
to be
a
honest
huge
with
Harry
you.
Potter fan.
Yeah, but she also, she was a huge fan of a lot of stuff when she was 8. 12-year-olds are a different thing.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying she wouldn't go see it. Maybe she doesn't even know it exists, to be honest with you.
So how was it? And Juliet.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. And you know me, like I'm not like a play guy kind of thing.
Sure.
But my kid loved it. Like she was so into it. So into
All the
it.
music's by Max Martin, who did like Britney Spears and all that stuff.
What do you mean all the music's by Max Martin? Oh, is that all? Did he produce every song in that show?
Yeah, he was here for opening night.
Really, huh?
Yeah.
Who was there? There was somebody in the audience when I was there. God, I interviewed him. Young kid singer, Conan Gray. Is that the kid? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I saw him on the red carpet.
Yeah. He was there. But no, it's fun though, and the cast is like incredible. But it's just like it's all like you said, it's Britney, and so it's weird to be in that sort of environment to hear like Roar by Katy Perry or Oops, I Did It Again or, sung by people who are really good.
So the story is what? Juliet lives after...
Yeah, so it's like Shakespeare is a character and Shakespeare's wife is a character, and Anne Hathaway, right?
Okay.
So they're like actually in the thing, and it's about Shakespeare writing Romeo and Juliet, and his wife is like, why does everything you write suck? Like, why does all your ending, why is everything horrible? And then she's like, don't do this. She's like, what if like Juliet didn't kill herself? And he's like, well, why? Of course she would kill herself. He's like, no, but what if she didn't kill herself?
Way to support your your
right?
husband's dream.
That's the whole. No, that's what the whole story's about, right?
Okay.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing, right? So then she's like, okay, let me write it with you, and then it's the two of them writing this story of what would happen if Juliet and the life she would live and the choices she would make and the independence she would find and the freedom she would find. And it's really great. Like the way that they put the story together is really great. But they get into like areas where they sort of call out the things that Shakespeare had done. Where there's one point in the story where she's talking about the love she had with Romeo and like how it was so tragic and she wished she could go back and like all this stuff and and somebody goes, "How long were you guys together?" She was like, 3 days, right? But no, the show's really good. Yeah,
Really?
but because listening to pro singers, man, like listening to pro singers sing pop songs, it's like it's a different world. Right? Like, not that Britney's not that like Britney didn't do a good job.
Sure.
Right? But like when you have like a cast of pro singers doing like Oops, I Did It Again or any of the other like boy band tracks, it's wild. Like it's so good.
And the cast is good.
Oh my God. Yeah,
Everyone's
they're phenomenal.
great.
They're
Did Juliet
phenomenal.
find a new love?
She did, but then so did he in another movie.
Really?
But yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Sorry. Whatever. You know the show.
No, I actually don't.
Yeah. Can you spoil a play? Is that a thing? Spoiling
Of course
a
you
play?
can.
Yes.
Come on.
You can spoil anything.
No, does Juliet find love? She finds love in her independence, is where she finds love.
Nice save.
Thank you.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, Mocha.
Yes, sir.
Sorry.
You okay?
I got too hyped too soon. I blew it. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Let's do the news.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
News break.
So, hey, Maury, did you watch the whole Man from Toronto or no?
I did.
Yeah, how was it? But without spoilers, because literally it dropped at midnight, right?
No, it's actually really, really funny.
Yeah,
It's
good,
actually, Kevin Hart is fantastic in this.
I love both Kevin Hart and Woody Harrelson. But again, the big discussion was the fact that in the movie, there's like, everybody mispronounces Toronto. And people in Toronto went nuts when they saw this because they're like, it's Toronto, not Toronto. And so what did you do? You cut like
Every single time they said Toronto, I paused the movie and recorded the clip.
Now, there's no spoilers in this, though, right?
No, because they just say Toronto.
Okay.
Allow me to introduce the man from Toronto.
See, that guy gets it right.
The man from Toronto. Toronto.
Toronto.
Toronto.
Toronto. Toronto. Toronto.
Toronto.
I'm Toronto.
Toronto. Toronto is the man from Toronto.
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 Talk to me, Toronto.
Toronto. Is that Mrs. Toronto? Is that who you talking to? The man from Toronto.
Oh,
That guy gets it
The
right.
man from Toronto.
It must be the man from Toronto. This is our chance.
As in Mrs. Man from Toronto.
The man from Toronto.
Toronto. Toronto.
Toronto.
Toronto. That is the man from Toronto.
Toronto. Toronto.
Toronto.
You are that man, Toronto. Nowhere to run, Toronto. Oh, you're not Toronto. You're dead, Toronto.
Looks like you cashed your last check, Toronto.
Who are you?
Man from Tokyo. I'm here to kill Toronto.
Spoiler alert.
No, that's awesome. So it was good, though?
It was fantastic. Like,
Yeah.
they filmed it here. So
Yeah.
there's in Toronto, and there's one scene where they're doing like the shootout, and it's the CBC.
Really?
I recognized it. Yeah.
Well, there you go. That's great. I look forward to it. That's how I'm going to spend my night tonight.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Where are we here? Oh, Taika Waititi was on with, who was he talking to last time? What late night show was this?
Colbert.
Colbert. And Thor, Love and Thunder hits theaters real soon. And apparently he was showing off a new clip from Thor, Love and Thunder with Chris Hemsworth's like full ace, right? But like full ace, no clothes ace.
Oh, yeah, because in the trailer, do you see it in the trailer? or
Yeah,
do you
that's what he
see it
said.
way
Colbert
stuff?
says in the trailer. You see
but
his
it's like pixelated,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
like in the movie. So here's Taika Waititi talking to Stephen Colbert.
The trailer out there, you have given us a little taste of the full Thor. For those of you who haven't seen it, Thor is buck naked. Okay. This was your idea, I assume, being the writer and the
In
director.
the movie, it's not pixelated, though.
It's not?
No.
You see...
You get the full Hemsworth.
Great line.
Now, this is...
The full worthiness. And
there's a pattern there.
There's a pattern.
There's a pattern there. And how about on the front? Is there a front shot?
It's,
do we see Mjolnir?
maybe an IMAX. Maybe an IMAX. I don't know. No.
Uh-huh.
There's another one.
There's a pattern.
There's a pattern.
This is from Ragnarok. You showed us Hulk butt in that. This will be your
Some would
legacy.
say it's an obsession. I just say it's art. But
Yes, the David has a bare butt.
I tell you what, though, I mean, with Chris, I mean, he's worked so hard on that. You know, it's
so many squats.
It's so many squats. It'd be depriving humanity if I didn't show that.
All right.
Looking forward to that, I guess.
You got Thor's butt.
Oh, God, yeah, I really want to see that movie, man.
Yeah.
I love the Thor movies.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Taylor Swift has got a brand new song called Carolina, and she was talking about details of the writing process and the sort of meaning behind the movie. So the meaning behind the song. So the song is for the new movie, The Crawdads Sing, Where the Crawdads Sing, which comes out July 15th. So Taylor explained that she wrote the track over a year ago, and it centers around a girl plagued by both loneliness and curiosity. She says, about a year and a half ago, I wrote a song, the story of a girl who always lived outside looking in, figuratively and literally. She continued to say, the juxtaposition of her loneliness and independence, her curiosity and fear all tangled up, her persisting gentleness, and the world's betrayal of it. So this is a little bit of Carolina.
Into the mist, into the clouds. Don't leave. I make a fist, I'll make it count. And there are places I will never, ever go. And things that only Carolina will ever know.
Wow.
Yeah. Thoughts?
Sounds very Stevie Nicks.
Yeah, a little bit, huh? Yeah, it's got a little bit of that
I like
to it.
I actually like it.
Yeah, sad though. You know, it's
I was just gonna say
sad.
It is making me sad.
Yeah, it's just I didn't listen to the words. I'm like,
Same
ah,
as
it's
the
too
Lady
sad
Gaga
already.
one, you have to see where they place it in the movie and how it fits with the scene.
Yeah, that's too sad though. That song. I shouldn't have played that.
Yeah, thanks.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So last week, if you remember, there was a whole controversy around Denise Richards and Charlie Sheen's daughter, Sammy Sheen, who had joined OnlyFans, and Charlie Sheen was up in arms about it and said that she lives with her mother now, Denise Richards, and that this didn't happen under my roof. And then they all sort of came around, and Denise Richards said at the time, she goes, "Hey, listen, I did wild things in Playboy. Quite frankly, her father shouldn't complain either," meaning Charlie Sheen has a sketchy past. And then she goes on to say, "It is so bad to control. Is it so bad to control it and monetize it? I'm sorry, but if you can get paid at my age to see me in a bikini, God bless. Perhaps I should open my own OnlyFans account."
Wow.
So yesterday, Denise Richards on Instagram said, "Ready? Here we go." She wrote along a picture of herself in a white dress walking into the ocean with the words "link in bio." So Denise Richards, along with her daughter, has also joined OnlyFans.
What?
That is
I'm so excited.
That should not be a mother and daughter thing to do.
I know it seems a bit of a. I know you want to be the cool mom,
Yeah.
right? Everybody loves the cool mom. I know you want to be the cool mom, but maybe don't do matchy
Yeah.
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans accounts.
Because then you're going to compare like subscribers and stuff.
That's what I'm saying, Maury. Could you imagine, me
and Frank?
You and Frank. Like, could you imagine you had an OnlyFans, right? And you're like, oh my God, I'm doing pretty well on OnlyFans. And then Frank was like, well, I'm going to join OnlyFans. And then he wound up getting more followers, and you would be crushed.
You do a pretty good Frank,
right? You would be crushed.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Frank
Like
J. Sherman all
Both
on
taking
there.
pictures in the hot tub.
Right? Oh.
With your feet touching.
Frank J. Sherman.
Come on now. Anyway, so if you're interested, Shem.
Yep.
Denise Richards is now on OnlyFans.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
J.K. Rowling, who is sort of like blacklisted, shunned, everything else for some comments she had made about what is a woman and trans people over the years. She was reached out to these two pranksters, these two Russian pranksters named Vovin and Lexus, who do this thing a lot. They've pranked Kamala Harris, they've pranked Prince Harry, but J.K. Rowling is their latest prank where they set up phone calls with famous people pretending to be somebody else, and then they record it, and these famous people are like, oh my God, I'm talking to so-and-so. It's so great, right? So they tell J.K. Rowling that they are President Zelensky from Ukraine.
Oh, no.
And one of the things that they said that they were the guys pretending to be Zelensky were like, yeah, we wrote Ava Kedavra on all our missiles that we launch, killing people. And she was like, oh my God, that's a brilliant idea. But here they are when Zelensky is asking J.K. Rowling as to whether or not Dumbledore is gay.
Is Dumbledore gay? I won't tell anyone. And who did he sleep with?
Well, I said in 2007 that I always saw Dumbledore as gay. That's the truth. In 2007, and it was a big scandal at the time that I said it. So that's the way I see him. I mean, it's an old man. He's an old man when we see him in the books. So, his love life is no longer very important. But yeah, that's how I saw him.
I will never tell this to anyone, so hopefully not with a transgender person.
Oh my God.
This has been such a pleasure.
This has been such a pleasure.
So did she obviously didn't know that it was being recorded, right? She just thought
it
she was
was
having
a Zoom call, right?
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
but they
okay,
weren't
okay.
on camera, which out of the gate is so sketchy. Like, how do they do this? So she did find out afterwards, obviously, that it was a hoax and told a Hollywood Reporter. The video, which has been edited, is a distorted representation of the conversation, saying that the entire thing was extremely distasteful. But I mean, she's laughing along because maybe she's like, well, Zelensky's just like a total weirdo, but like, I'm not gonna, I'm gonna humor him, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Don't want to be disrespectful.
I don't want to be. Yeah, I don't want to be disrespectful, right? Like, the world loves this guy. Like, what am I gonna do? You want to talk about Dumbledore being gay? Let's talk about Dumbledore being gay, right? Like, why wouldn't he be a huge fan? He's in the demo.
Wouldn't celebrities say, "Turn on your camera so I could see it's you" before I talk?
Well, because I'm sure they go, hey, listen, he's on satellite internet. He's he's in
but
a bunker.
He does Zooms with the prime minister.
I know. This is what I'm saying. Like, you should know better, right? Like, it's
Yeah.
sketchy that they're not on camera, but everybody gets fooled. They fooled Prince Harry and Kamala Harris.
Yeah.
These guys. Right?
Damn, man.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
There's another pop star down. Shawn Mendes postponing 3 weeks of shows for mental health reasons. As of now, he won't be back on tour until July 31st. Those are his, that's a show in Toronto. He wrote on Insta, after a few years off the road, I felt like I was ready to dive back in, but that decision was premature, and unfortunately, the toll of the road and the pressure has caught up to me, and I've hit a breaking point. Wow. After speaking with my team and health professionals, I need to take some time to heal and take care of myself and my mental health first and foremost. As soon as there are more updates, I promise I will let you know. Love you guys, is what he wrote. So it's a lot of shows.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Roger says it was the system failure happened after maintenance update to the core network. I don't know what that means. All I know is Maury opened an attachment that he shouldn't have.
Yeah.
Never open your attachments.
Right?
You're supposed to report those, man.
Right?
Sorry, everyone.
Yeah, don't you know? Don't you know you're supposed to report that?
Like, we do our business code of conduct every single year for Rogers.
Every year.
Right? And there's that
Every
one
year.
part where it says, when you get suspicious emails, report it to that phishing account.
Yep. Nope. This is what happens.
Maury's like, double click.
Yeah. Oh, what do we got? It's my birthday?
Rogers has a special gift just for me.
Rogers is also advising customers not to fall victim to scammers following reports of text messages being sent to people claiming to offer credits in the wake of Friday's
click on those
service
links.
interruptions.
And there's a couple of them that I saw. People were tweeting out different versions of like the same kind of scam. One was saying like, just click here to get your $90 rebate or whatever.
Right. They say that we will apply the credit proactively to your account. No action is required. If you receive a suspicious text message, please forward it to 7726. That is the Canadian, and they will, I guess they're just going to batch
delete it?
But I guess they're just going to put money. You just in like your account will be credited, right? So it's
Yeah.
not like you're not going to get cash.
No,
So
no.
but I think that's what these
I
are
think
saying.
on the
is
next
like,
bill, you'll just be charged less.
Yes. So I think what these text messages are saying is like, click here to get your cash from Rogers, right?
Okay. Yeah, we'll direct deposit. Don't open that link, damn it, Maury. Please.
Never again.
Yeah, man, that's not cool. That's not cool.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Tell me about this kid. So on Friday, when everything went down, when there was no internet and Wi-Fi, everything else, the Weeknd was supposed to do a show at Rogers Center, right? Which everybody kept calling Skydome all day, which was so funny.
And it was supposed this is the kickoff. Like this was a tour that had been delayed throughout COVID.
All of it,
right?
yeah.
So we're like 3 years in.
Hometown show, 3 years in,
Right. And
Big deal.
ironically, the same week that he was like celebrating, I don't know if you saw on Twitter, people were going nuts. It was like the 11-year anniversary of the Weeknd doing like his full show at like the Mod Club in Toronto
really?
for like just a couple of hundred people
Yeah,
versus
yeah.
something like 52,000 at Rogers Center.
Wow.
And 30 minutes before the show gates were to open, they canceled the show.
So there was that picture of that little kid who was dressed up in the same outfit that Weeknd wore in the Blinding
Lights video, yeah.
Like the red jacket and everything. And he was with his dad, and like the little kid was like crying and stuff like this. And you talked to the kid more?
Yeah, his name's Phoenix.
Phoenix? Oh, poor kid.
When we saw that viral photograph, you looked so upset. What was going through your mind? Were you absolutely devastated?
Yes. It was just very sad that I couldn't see the Weeknd because I've been waiting lots of years.
Yeah, and then how did you find out that it was canceled? Like when you were there?
I found out because, like, when we were there, an officer came up and then he said the concert is postponed.
And you got so sad.
Yeah.
Were you crying?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then, so talk to me about your outfit. Like, you planned an entire outfit for this show.
I was, like, in the blinding light suit.
And did you buy it specifically for this show?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. And then, so you were planning on going into the show dressed like The Weeknd to dance and sing during the show?
Yes.
And then no show?
Yeah.
Aw.
Dude.
Wow.
Way to rub it in.
And
That
so,
poor kid.
so the Weeknd tweeted it out saying, "Can someone please find him for me?" So obviously they did find him. Did the Weeknd do anything for him?
They've made contact,
Yeah.
and they're going to do some stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Like what? I guess like just better
Like a
seats to
picture.
his next show or something
that,
like
yeah.
that, and get a picture together in the same outfit or whatever. But oh my God, poor kid, man! You tried so hard to make that kid cry again more.
I did my best.
Right?
Oh,
did you cry?
Something so sad.
Oh, that outfit, it looked like you worked a real long time on it, huh? Did you go all the way there?
You're trolling that poor
At the
little
last
kid.
minute, they canceled. This was probably going to be the best night of your life. Do you think that you let your dad down?
Oh my God.
Do you think because the Weeknd canceled his show that your mom's going to go to jail? Like all the stops. All the stops.
You just don't know how to talk to kids.
No.
Like this part right here. This right when Maury ended the conversation
Yeah.
with the kid, he was like,
Aw. Aw. Aw.
Are you sure it wasn't your fault that he canceled? I heard it was your fault.
Aw.
"Damn, man."
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Thor crushing at the box office. Thor: Love and Thunder, $143 million over the weekend.
Woo!
That's the one with the dude's butt in it, right?
Thor, yeah.
Thor's butt.
Sure. Yeah, I didn't know that. But yeah, apparently so. That's a big weekend, man.
Mm-hmm. Still got to see that movie.
Yeah, I was going to go yesterday, and then I just didn't get around to it.
You forgot, I bet.
Yeah, I did.
I knew it.
How do you forget? Oh, I was going to go see a movie.
Yeah.
Because he probably thought about it like early in the morning, right? It was
Nah,
like,
it
I
was
think
like the
today
day
I'm going to
before,
go
and
watch
I
a
don't
movie.
know.
And then later in the day, like an hour later happened, and he completely
No,
forgot.
can I tell you what happened? Do you want me to be honest with you?
Yes.
So Saturday, the idea was floated by Catherine. Hey, why don't we go see Thor tomorrow, right? On Sunday. And I was like, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. And Rox was like, yeah, man, let's go see Thor. And then Sunday came and I woke up and then I was just like doing stuff on the computer and then nobody suggested it.
Oh.
And then so I just went my whole day hoping that nobody would remember that we had a plan to go
'Cause you
see
didn't
Thor
wanna
because I
go.
didn't want to go. So it's not that I forgot, they forgot.
And you just weren't too keen on reminding
No,
them.
and I didn't say anything. I remembered first thing. I even looked at showtimes.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and then I was like, I don't want to go to this.
Oh, you better just delete your history, man.
But wouldn't you rather get it out of the way on a Sunday than during the week?
It's a movie. It's not like I'm forced to go get it out of the way. What do you mean get it out of the way? Like,
Is that a colonoscopy?
Jeez, man. It's like, it's just something.
I guess I'll just do it now.
Yeah, it's not taxes, right? Anyway, it did a lot of money. But I did watch that new, what's the thing with the things? The
Doctor Strange?
No, the dinosaur movie. I watched the Doctor Strange movie.
Yeah.
I like that one.
That was good.
And then I watched the new Jurassic Park movie.
Uh-huh.
I was
And?
on my phone 25 minutes into it.
Oh, not into it at all.
Did you finish Stranger Things?
Yeah, I finished Stranger Things. Yeah,
Dude,
that was good.
Okay, on Apple TV, right?
Yeah.
Did you guys find the Maya Rudolph show?
Loot?
It's called Loot?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Oh my God. We
Yeah.
only discovered it on Friday. I think they're 4 or 5 episodes in right now.
Yeah.
We
It's-
had one of the actresses on the show.
It's Maya Rudolph and Adam Scott.
Yeah.
And it 30 minutes, quick episodes. It is so funny and it's written
really
so
great.
well.
Yeah, so it's Maya Rudolph married to a billionaire, and then they wind up divorcing, and then she becomes the third richest woman in America from the divorce, and it's just like kind of like what she does with the money and trying to refine her life, and yeah, it's funny.
So funny.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, is Doja Cat still pissed at Noah Schnapp from Stranger Things? Did you see this story? So
Yeah, I saw that last week, right?
Yeah. So this is a wild story. So apparently Doja Cat reached out to, and is it Will that he plays on Stranger Things? Right?
Yeah.
So apparently Doja Cat reached out to Will, asking if she goes, hey, Noah, can you tell Joseph? And Joseph was the guy who plays Eddie, right?
The rocker.
Yeah. So she goes, hey, Noah, can you tell Joseph to hit me up? Wait, no. Does he have a girlfriend? And then Noah Schnapp posted that message on TikTok.
He screen snapped it?
Yeah, he's yes. And then Doja Cat got really pissed off. So she said, the Noah Schnapp thing, to be fair, this is like a kid. When you're that young, you make mistakes. You do dumb shh. You say dumb shh.
Dumb
you,
snap?
Yeah. You F up relationships with people. This was a private conversation. And she goes, it made him unbelievably socially unaware and whack.
Oh,
she goes, you know what I mean? That's like borderline snake stuff. Wow. That's like weasel stuff, she goes on to say. She also went on to refer to it as some sort of weird power play. And then people were like, listen, the kid's 17. Like,
Yeah, the internet was divided. People were like mad at her too for like DMing somebody who's underage.
Like, because he was like, DM him yourself.
Yeah.
Right?
Completely.
Like, you go, like, why go to somebody else? Like, you're Doja Cat. Why go to somebody else to ask somebody to try and play matchmaker?
Maybe she just thought that like he, in the show with this guy and would like,
But I don't even
co-sign.
But I don't even think that that what it sounds like to me is that she and Noah didn't even have like a great relationship.
No.
Like, I think that she just reached out to him on her behalf.
Oh.
And he screen grabbed it and was like, DM him yourself. Ha, ha, ha.
Some like real high school stuff.
Yes. Yeah. And everybody was
well-
like, but he's 17. To me, 17 is not, it's not like he's 15. 17, you could drive a car. You're starring in a movie and all this other stuff, right?
That kid just can't catch a break, huh?
No.
Still with a bad haircut.
Yeah.
Right?
I
They did
know.
him
And now
so
Doja
dirty,
Cat's
and
mad
now
at you.
Doja Cat- Damn, man. His life is better off in the upside down. Damn, man.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Where are we here? Oh, I was reading this story about David Harbour on Stranger Things.
Hopper, yeah.
Yeah, and how much weight he lost to do season 4. So he did an interview with, I think it was like GQ or something like that, and he said that at season 3, he goes, I was about 270 in season 3. When we shot season 4, I was down to 190.
Wow.
Yeah, he said
Good
that he
for
did it with intermittent fasting and Pilates to shed the weight. And he goes, I don't think I'll ever do it again.
Wow.
He goes on to say, I have this Santa Claus movie coming out for Universal in December called Violent Night, and I gained it all back.
Oh, no.
But yeah, never again. So I guess he went back to his old Hopper
You know
bod.
what's weird is that, so Hopper, bigger,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then he kind of bulked up a little bit. He dropped some weight and bulked up a little bit when he did, oh man, what's that movie? The superhero when he's the devil?
Hellboy.
Hellboy, yeah.
Yeah.
And he did Hellboy. And then it looked like he kind of put back on the Hopper weight when he was in Black Widow.
Yep.
And then dropped it all for season 4 of Stranger
Yeah.
Things. And now is bringing it back
Yeah.
for this other movie.
So he goes, I have this funny relationship with this dad bod thing. I sort of love it. And the reason why I love it is actually very serious. He goes on and says, I do think that in a certain way, I've become a bit of a sex symbol of our time.
Oh, look
He
at
goes,
you.
there's articles about people digging Hopper. But I'm,
Whatever you got to tell yourself, bro.
he goes, but I'm also like a little bit big and chubby. I love the idea of real bodies on television, and I love the idea of making real people feel beautiful and loved. So he went back. Because if you remember, Chris Pratt didn't, right? Chris Pratt was like kind of porky on Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
And then he became Star-Lord and never went back.
Right.
Right.
Oh,
He
of course.
never, he went from, the dude on Parks and Rec to shirt off on the beach, paparazzi photos, ripped, and never went back.
Yeah.
I didn't think Hopper was going to go back.
No.
I thought David Harbour was going to stay sort of ripped. I thought that he was going to be like
season 5, right?
Yeah, there's gonna be a season
so
5.
Do you think that they've already filmed that, or are we going to see Big Hopper again?
No, we'll see Big Hopper again.
I think by the end of season 5, we'll see Big Hopper
Yeah.
again. Because I think the story takes place. So after season 4 ends,
Yeah.
they're going to jump time again.
Yeah, they're going to time jump.
Right?
Yeah.
So we're going to go further. I think they said it was like going to take place in the early 90s maybe.
They didn't
or
say. They
close
didn't
to
say.
the
They
end of 90s beginning or end of 80s beginning of 90s.
The only thing we know is that they have to time jump because the kids aren't 14 anymore, and they're
Yeah.
clearly going to look 18, 19, and 20 when
Yeah.
they do this show. My God, Steve is like going to be
20-something,
like,
right?
No, he's going to be like 30-something.
Yeah.
In real life?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
Yes. Yes. Because if you
think
look
he's
at
like
his chest,
34.
and I don't analyze like I analyze, but if you look at his chest, he has the chest hair of a man, not of a boy who just got chest hair. Right? And when
You
you
can't
look
be
at
on the show running around like making jokes with Dustin like that.
no,
When
you
Dustin's
can't.
so
It's
young.
weird.
Yeah,
right?
a 30-year-old
Yes,
hanging out.
It's weird.
16-year-old.
Yes, it's weird.
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Catch the guys live
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10.
on Kiss 92.5
Kiss925.com.
or download the Kiss 92.5 app.